Busters with Liz, Danny, Brando, and Todd.
Hey, kid!
Welcome to Ball Busters, a show for fans by fans. From who's hot, like Big T, Little Wad, the birthday boy, to who's not, like Danny and Liz, still on their wedding retreat somewhere east of Bombay. To what's on the menu for the tailgate and everything in between. I'm your host, the guru of good brew, Brando. And with me, as always, I've got Big T, Little Odd.
Here I am.
And our producer, Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, so we're kicking off another episode of Ball Busters. We're going to bring you a bunch of fun stuff, sports, beers. No wings tonight because Danny's gone.
Actually ever discussed the menu at a
tailgate party?
at a tailgate party?
Not really.
No, I mean, that's the whole wings and beer segment
I
is the tailgate thing. Yeah, I mean.
It's a tailgate thing, but we've never really actually been like, this is what we're tailgating with.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially that's what we're doing.
Yes.
When we Danny does hot sauces and wings, and it's my favorite part of the show. And actually, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm so used to having dinner.
I know.
I don't eat. I'm like, I'm just going to get hungry. I'm just going to drink a bunch of beer.
I'm still hungry.
Yeah. You had a steak for your birthday dinner.
Doesn't mean I'm not still hungry.
True. Everybody's still hungry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like steak, sometimes I do. I like it just like, gets my appetite going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
My problem is I always pound down too much bread.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bread eater. I love bread.
Yeah, well, I think that but you ate all your steak anyway, though.
I ate most of it. I got some of it left out in the truck.
You have steak sitting in your truck.
It's in Tupperware.
Why didn't you put it in the refrigerator?
Because I haven't been home since I ate.
But there's
Then I'll leave it here.
a cold. You can. You were. Oh my god!
There's nothing wrong with that. It's keeping it warm.
Hey, he's a man who understands that if he puts it in the fridge, he'll leave it. And he doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So
You know?
you just go let it sit.
You know
in
what
your
my
truck.
mom would do to me? You got that booger?
No, I'm just scratching my nose.
Just scratching your brain?
Yeah, I
Just
wish.
seeping out of
I
your
don't know
nose?
if there's a brain in there.
Not sports related, but
I
fun
know.
fact.
How mad would my mom be if I left Tupperware over here? God.
Oh, man.
You gotta get somebody. You
You always give the Tupperware back. You know how crazy that
Yeah.
makes your aunts and your
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
Tupperware
Oh,
years
yeah.
later. They're
That's
like,
what,
God
that's what I
damn.
call it Tupperware because Tupperware. Where the fuck is it?
Tupperware. It should be Tupperware.
Yeah.
Tupperware War. That needs to be a TV show. What I was going to say is not sports related, but fun fact. Orson Welles, he ate the same meal 3 times a day.
Yeah.
His entire professional career, and it was
Yeah.
2 16-ounce steaks and a bottle of scotch. Wow. 3 times a day.
I can get on that diet.
I mean, he
How long
he was
did
a
he live?
giant man that died in his 50s, but, you know.
Yeah,
Well-
and didn't they find? Was it him? No, it wasn't him that they found all
That was
the.
John Wayne.
That was
Did you
John
see
Wayne.
that one
Yeah.
guy, the tallest guy in America, died this week?
No,
Like
Really?
7'8" and
jeez.
they say 7'7". He was huge. I mean, he was almost like 8 foot tall.
He's probably about the
Wow.
same size as
He
Andre
died
the
at
Giant.
like 32 or something.
Damn. Was Andre the Giant like 8 feet something?
7'4".
Okay, he's bigger than
Yeah.
Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah. Orson Welles lived to be 70.
Oh,
Pretty
that's
good-
quite
pretty
a
good
long
life,
life.
yeah.
Long run there.
Yeah.
Enjoying 2 steaks and a bottle of scotch every day
For 3 times a day.
3 times.
We wake up and
Yeah.
have breakfast, have a steak breakfast.
God, that's a good life. I wouldn't want to
How
die.
expensive is that?
I don't think it
early
was on this show. It was
either.
on my pop culture show. We talked about
Yeah.
it, but there is a commercial you can find on YouTube. Orson Welles, he did a commercial in the 70s for a wine company, and the guy who was one of the key grips on the shoot uploaded all the outtakes, and it's like 10 minutes straight of Orson Welles getting progressively drunk and fucking up his lines, and it's hysterical.
Was it Bartles and James?
No. It's just funny. He's like, he gets the line wrong one time, and you hear the director go, "No, the line is," and he says it, and Orson Welles goes, "Well, that's what I fucking said." Drunk as shit, Orson Welles.
Is that even still around?
Bartles and James? Oh, yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they sell them in the little tiny, about that and Sutter Homes and all that. You can buy them in the little bottles. Yeah.
James? I
Where do you
remember,
find that? Do you find that on the perfume aisle?
Right.
Well, I
no.
don't
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I remember like slugging those at high school parties.
Oh,
like,
the wine coolers?
Yeah,
Those
like
are
showing up.
MD
We'd
2020s.
get there earlier or whatever, and the girls would be like, "Hey, did you guys bring anything?" And like, I would always, definitely had some beer. Like, I had beer in my trunk. I started selling beer when I was like 15.
Yeah.
But I would,
Daiquiri guy.
but my friends and I would like hit the Bartles and Janes pretty hard. Those things give you a fucking wicked buzz really fast. And the girls would be like, "What? What did you guys do?" And it'd be like, "Oh," and then we just go to another party.
They also make you feel like super shit the next
Oh,
day.
horrible! You're throwing up on the way.
It's all that sugar in there.
Oh yeah.
those are-
Oh yeah.
I don't know that those are good products. All in all,
Well, I mean, it's what you get.
who drinks those?
I guess you put it in a slushy, it might be really delicious.
Oh, that's a good idea, like in a smoothie or something.
Yeah.
Bartles and James smoothie.
Bartle and James.
What are their
Smoothie.
flavors? They have
It's like strawberry daiquiri and stuff like that.
Oh man, dude, listen.
Lemon lime.
You're talking about
probably.
high school. If you were drinking in high school, and you had girls at the house, you're buying wine coolers because they're like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Because what is the first thing they always say? Oh my god, it doesn't even taste like there's any alcohol in this.
Yeah.
That's what we all did. Me and Todd had a bottle of early times in the driveway. Oh man. And I just remember one time there was an older dude at one of the parties that me and Todd were at, and he's like, what are you guys drinking this with? And he's like, we're like, what do you mean? It's like, do you have like a shot glass? Like, he's like doing shots, and we're like, what do you mean? He's like, if you guys just pass this bottle around, you're gonna be on the fucking floor. You know that, right? We're like, whatever, dude.
That's what we used to do. But it was a Seagram 7, which is quite a bit milder
Seagram 7.
than early times.
It is, but the thing is, with Seagram 7, you could buy like one of those
dude.
175 plastic bottle back in the 90s. You could buy it for like
VO
$12.
Yeah, that's
VOS or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Canadian whiskey.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would get the Seagram 7. A friend of mine's mother, okay, was like, we would give her like $20, and she'd be like, okay, I'll go to 7-Eleven and get you guys a bottle of Seagram 7. And we'd be like in the 7-Eleven filling our giant big gulp cup, the biggest big gulp. There's like a bucket size with ice. And we were just waiting, watching her. She'd buy it, and then we'd go around the corner and dump it into the big gulp cup, and we just ride around the neighborhood on our bicycles, just sipping Seagram 7 at like 16 years old. Like, what's wrong with Florida? Like, what's wrong with
That's
Florida?
why Florida Man exists, is because of the shit that we did when we were kids,
Well,
and we have to accept responsibility for that
I
shit.
know.
Hey, well-
And we never really got in trouble back then for this kind of stuff.
Nobody did.
The one
I
I
know.
always liked was my grandma, my dad's mom used to always have not full beers, but like a half beer, and I always wonder, I'm like, what is the point of drinking?
What, she would drink half a beer and put
No,
the rest?
no, the can. Like you get the half can.
those
Coke,
little like
Squatty cans,
yeah.
like catering cans. Or
and they weren't
whatever.
even like a big name. It was like the Beast, and she's getting him a little. I'm like,
Oh man,
Well, so, yeah, my grandma drank the Beast.
oh, I did too. That and coolers.
my dad drank Old Milwaukee. Yeah, we talked about that on the show before.
Milwaukee,
Yeah,
and it was red cans. She said, "Go, grab
can- yeah.
another
That
red
Keystone.
can for yeah." Oh,
Keystone.
My dad hey, I like Keystones.
What about when Mick Ice came out for the first time?
Oh god.
Ice House.
Ice House.
Ugh.
When Ice House came, how many times did you throw up trying to figure out how to drink that?
Dude, I almost got in a fight at Copper Rocket one night.
Oh, no.
Because, I mean, whatever. Fuck it. He knows. Phil Sigenthaler, when he was bartending
Jesus
at Copper Rocket,
Christ, Phil
he had
Sigenthaler.
one tap on the bar at Copper Rocket where he said
no.
it just had $1 beer. And I'm like, what's that? And he goes, it's $1 beer. And I go, okay, but what is it? And he goes, it's $1 beer. So me trying to be thrifty, I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it. I'll drink the $1 beer. And then after I've had like 6 of them, somebody, I think it was Martin, the owner, was like, he's like, yeah, we're selling a ton of that Ice House tonight. And when I found out it was Ice House, I'm like, you motherfucker, that's why I asked.
God, I wish you would have.
I would have spent the money.
Yeah.
Now what's going to happen? I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning feeling like I just had a fucking brain surgery.
Yeah, oh, God.
And yeah.
That shit tears your brain.
That
your
and
entire
Bud Ice.
blood
Bud
vessels.
Ice would fuck.
Oh, the headaches from that
Bud
ice.
Ice would just that stuff. You drink like you'd have one of those. You wake up next day like, what the hell's happening to me, man?
I remember when Bud Ice came out, and I was going.
That was good though.
It was good. I was going canoeing, and I picked.
Is that code for something?
No, literally. I'm a kayaking, and is that code for something?
Canoeing, it probably is.
And we had the.
He was the man in the boat.
I was the guy in the pirate tank or whatever. But like, no, the canoe. We were like going, and I stopped, and I was like, dude, they got this new thing called Bud Ice, and my best friend Dave at the time. and we were going to the river. And it's like, you want to crack a couple of these? Sure, let's crack a couple of these on the way. Dude, we ended up putting down like 3 Bud Ices.
Oh, man.
We got there. We're canoeing along. His little brother was with us. We couldn't even operate we couldn't even operate the canoe around the corners in the Econ River. You know how it gets all like tricky and technical. We had to like pull the canoe up on the beach. We got out, just started vomiting all over. There's like families kayaking in the morning, like they're like bear watching and bird watching. We're just like projectile puking onto the beach, like
just scared off every animal in a 5-mile radius.
So if you're just joining the show, it's like Ball Busters with the Liz Taylor Sports Show, and today what we're talking about is that one time I vomited.
The one time, first time I ever vomited was drank a bunch of Ryan Clyde was there. Drank a bunch of tequila and decided, I don't know, Kristen talked us into doing helicopters in the front yard.
Oh, of course.
I didn't know. I had no idea that's what alcohol would do to you.
My 21st
and
birthday.
I fucking was, boy, I was puking. Woke up the next morning sleeping on our bathroom floor. It was terrible.
Dude, my 21st birthday,
I've done that many times.
I didn't drink tequila for like 10 years after that.
Yeah, that's what my 21st birthday. I drank a 6-pack of tequila. Do you remember that? That was that. It was that like specialty beer with the shot of tequila in it. I drank a 6-pack of that and 2 fucking quarts of Ice House, and I puked down the hallway at my parents' house. But here's the best part about it: I tried to do the honorable thing, and I cleaned it all up. Yeah. No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah.
Until Monday morning. Because my birthday is obviously like the 1st of January. No one goes to work that day.
Right.
The first day after that, when they go to work, my dad goes to the gym that morning to do his training.
Yeah.
And where I threw up, apparently when puke hits linoleum, it's like fucking Moses in the Red Sea, and it just fucking parts this. Well, apparently it splashed into his gym bag, and so he showed up to work out, and there was 2-day-old stagnant vomit in his gym bag.
Chunks of Cheerios in there and shit.
And that's the first time in my life that I fucking thought my dad was literally going to beat me down like I was joining a gang.
I doubt that.
No. Punishment's one thing. I felt like he wanted to fucking destroy me.
Did you imagine that?
He felt like his seed had made a terrible mistake.
Why are you in such a hurry to get out of here? Well, there's a bag in my truck full with puke all over it, just marinated in there.
That's foul.
It's got to go. I got a van. No other place to put it. You can't put it in the back of the truck. It's got to be in the van.
Like tie sports into this, Todd. What was your situation at the? Remember the? I don't know if anybody listening remembers, but about 20 years ago, we had a football team in Orlando called the Orlando Rage. It was the original XFL, Vince McMahon, WWE, starts the football league. And Todd had a night at one of those games that was hilarious.
I wouldn't call it hilarious.
What happened?
Let's just say I ended up being one of the statistics on why XFL was not good to have in your city.
Did you die?
No, I got into a wrestling match with a cop. And then it turned into like a so I was up there.
Oh no!
I was just 21. I went out with Fuzzy, took me out. First time drinking, like really going out for a night in town just to booze it up all night. And we ended up at the Rage game after Hooters downtown. Ended up at the Rage game, and we were just getting ripped.
That's the horrible combination. I just saw titties. Now I got football. I'm drunk.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And so,
Caveman Todd's raging.
No, well, so it's time to go. Yeah. And I start leaving. Well, I take a bad step. Next thing you know, I'm like halfway falling down from like the nosebleed. Down the stairs. Down the stairs. So I'm like full on running down this thing, trying not to fall. And I come down, I grab the usher lady. And
the what?
The usher.
Like the usher lady.
Usher lady. She was a lady. I grabbed her, and then I just started laughing. I'm like, sorry, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, when I walk into the common area, all of a sudden my arm's getting just throttled back. The guy grabbed me tried to put me in a wrist control arm. I didn't know who it was, so I just turned around and took a swing.
Ooh.
And I just see cop ducking. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And my buddy was leaving for police academy that took me. He was leaving for police academy the next day.
Oh, he didn't want to claim you.
Well, by the time he got down there, it was already on.
Yeah.
The guy had me down, and I kept getting away from this guy. And I remember looking.
The wily redhead.
Yeah. I was like, and then
the ginger streak.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm running down the football field.
Next thing you know, I was naked.
Oh no, it gets better. So the next thing you know, I'm like, look, I'm like trying. Fuzzy comes and gets me pinned up next to the fence. He's like, I've got you out of this. I've told him who I am, who our family. Just started spitballing names that were cops, I guess. And I remember just looking at this cop, and I'm like, he's like, just don't say another word. I was like, fine, I won't say another fucking word. And he yelled right at that cop.
No.
And his buddy, big old bald-headed dude, just came up, picked me up, and spiked me on my head. I come to. I don't know where I'm at. I come to, and I'm like, my face is pointing towards a block wall. It's dark as fuck. And I'm handcuffed with my hands behind my back, and I hear people talking behind me. I'm like, what in the fuck? So I hop the chair around so I can see who's over there. Yeah, it's like the movie. There's just a one light just hanging there, and the cops are right doing the paperwork. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, battery on a Leo is pretty offensive thing. I'm like, well, he started it.
Yeah.
He's like,
I was just trying to get down the stairs.
He goes, no. We saw you elbow that lady in the side violently and laugh at her. I'm like, I apologize to her.
Laughing anyway. You're probably already laughing.
So then the cops come pick me up, put me in the paddy wagon. And of course, like, hey, this guy tried to fight a cop.
Oh, God.
So then, of course, they don't take you in a handcuff. They keep you handcuffed back here, and the guy hits every right and left hand corner he can find, every cobblestone road.
Oh, no.
Just beat me up in there. Then I got to jail, and there was like, lo and behold, like another 100 Rage fans there, too. That's the first time I ever took a poop in public.
Oh, man.
It's pretty much in public.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, man, I get there, I'm like, oh, gosh, I can take a dump right here next to this guy eating breakfast, huh?
You're like, is this allowed?
But this is my first time ever visiting jail.
Yeah.
And
You're just a visitor.
yeah, so I wake up.
Police altercation.
Yeah, I wake up on the top bunk, and there's this black guy just smiling, a big old black guy smiling. He's like, "Morning, sunshine." I'm like, "What in the fuck happened last night?" I'm thinking to myself. He goes, "You could have got out last night. They called your name, but you slept through it."
You had a big smile on your face because of the fun you
No,
guys had.
I was hungover.
Oh, I bet
I
you
mean,
were hungover.
you just can't take a shit and jumpsuits. You gotta you're down to nothing.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
You're like
you're
butt naked with your shit. You're like,
Toilets don't even have a seat. First time I ever seen one of these things. I thought it was a bidet. I'm like, where's this thing gonna wash my
here's
ass
the best
to?
part is those toilets.
He
It's
put
like,
that ass to sleep.
Here's the best part is those aluminum toilets that they have in jails.
Stainless steel.
The stainless steel. The back part that would normally be the toilet tank, like
Yeah.
in my house,
Yeah.
is actually the sink where you brush your teeth. So you brush your
Yeah.
teeth right next to the guy taking a shit. Like
Oh,
that's
no.
it's hilarious.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And this is going to
I think we have a couple viewers on Facebook that are watching us for the first time, and we're talking about taking a shit in jail. So this is fucking awesome.
This
Don't
Welcome to the
eat the
show.
green ham if you ever go. Stay away from the green ham.
this is going to tie into our headlines for this evening.
Well, and also it's Todd's birthday
In a
was
way.
yesterday.
Yeah. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Todd. Oh, I got you a present. It's in my bag over here. Let me go grab it.
Oh, Todd has a
Sorry.
present. Oh,
And
here
it
we
can't
go.
be 5 minutes of silence. I'm not going to accept that present.
No. I would imagine Brando being a beer guy, he probably's got you tagged pretty good, Todd. I think he knows.
Is this on? Which one is
I
it?
can hear you.
No, it's, the mic. No,
The mic's on. You're just messing with the
on?
headphones.
Can you
No,
guys
it's
hear me?
not. The mic's
Right
not
here, I
on.
got it.
The mic's not on. Yeah.
Oh, so original, Brando.
Happy birthday.
So original.
Good old bird.
So, well, it's funny.
Yeah.
A bird. Yeah, that's nice.
You got a bird
Were you-
finger for
were you
your
let
birthday.
down?
Yeah. What? No, I'm just glad you finally took it
I'm
out.
already-
I'm just glad you finally took it out of your blowhole.
I got two for you, so I'm a better friend than Brando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my present, and I got more of them for you.
Now,
Throughout the
I
evening.
can't wait.
Yeah.
I
So
can't wait.
So we should get into. Todd's got to have a birthday edition of NBW NBL, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if it's birthday edition.
I think we're ready for this.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Here's Big T, Little Odd with the NBL and the NBW of the week.
All right. This segment of NBL NBW is brought to you by 3B Debris Removal. It's an Orlando-based, family-owned and operated, fully insured junk removal company. Oh, we got a burp. They will they will load and haul away any non-hazardous household items, From your yard debris to your hot tubs. They do it all day or night. They do it right. Call 321-263-9697 or visit 3bdebrisremoval.com.
Before you jump into your segment, so Rocco was over here last Saturday, and he's like, "Hey, one day I'm going to try to come over here on a weekend when I have a little bit of extra time, and he's going to just record a commercial for 3B.
Oh, cool.
So Rocco's going to record his own commercial. He goes, so then that way when Todd jumps into his segment, you can just play my commercial. It'll be the same every time. And he's like, Todd's getting good at it. And he's like, but he goes,
he's learning how to talk and read at the same time. It's fascinating, right before our eyes.
Yeah,
it's like training a monkey.
Todd's a little man. He doesn't masturbate in front of us like monkeys do,
or throw feces.
He probably wants to, though.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's Liz's job. She's
not here to defend herself.
She does do OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's start it off with a natural born winner. That's college football is back.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be the year the 6-year senior.
6 years senior. Oh, yeah, because of the pandemic.
We're going to have a lot older athletes this year in sports.
Because they're not playing as much and getting injured.
Where were you for the last year?
No, because they got an extra year of eligibility because of the pandemic.
Did you go on vacation to the moon or something?
Potentially, yes. I did invest a lot in Doge.
How's that working out right now?
It worked out great because I sold it all.
So, anyways, I'm expecting some big plays from this group of slow learners.
Yeah.
Yeah?
A bunch of Burt Kirschers up there.
Burt Kreischer.
Burt Kreischer, whatever. Oh, wait. What's this? Natural born loser, Brando.
What?
Just because.
How did I make it on that list?
Because you're a loser.
I'm a natural born, what? Loser?
Yep.
What did I lose at? I win at everything. The Dolphins are a winning team. Always.
They don't even have a win. Their season hadn't even started.
Dude, we're going to beat the...
So you actually count your practice matches before you actually play? We won in scrimmage today! Woo!
We've got a big game against the Cincinnati Bengals tomorrow, who handily defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers recently.
I think that was our UCF squad.
That's why I'm wearing my Zach Thomas jersey.
That's the only jersey you ever wear.
What that reminded me when you said that, I saw a meme today about Ben Simmons, and it was this dude that I think he was a TikTok guy, and he's like Ben Simmons. He's like, how this MF shoots 13.9% from the field during the season, but every off-season workout video, this MF is 100%.
Yeah. Oh my god! All right, we got natural-born Wander DeFranco with his ridiculous on-base streak.
Yeah,
he has a chance to break. I think he already broke the rookie record, but now he has a chance to break Mantle. I think
Mickey Mantle today. Yeah. If he gets on base today,
hold on.
Bursting news.
No, not yet.
Potentially.
So I'm saying, I mean, he could be a pinch runner and still be on base, right? Science says so.
No,
I don't.
It has to be achieved from the bat. Yeah, it has to be achieved from the bat.
I'm just saying.
It has to be either a hit, a walk, or an error. Either way.
Okay.
He has to get on base from the batter's box.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I haven't seen any updates, but I wish we were. I mean, we can't. We need to put a TV.
Yeah,
right
put a TV on the wall over here, and
All
we
right,
can do that.
Let's brainstorm some other time.
I gotta talk. I just talked my wife into putting a TV in another room in the house, but we could do it.
Talking about that.
I could do that.
All right, natural.
I'm a charming ass motherfucking pig when I want to be.
I don't know about that, but she's a nice lady. Go ahead.
Are we going to do Trading Spaces next?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Home Makeover Edition.
Yeah. Which one? That theme's been done so many times in movies.
The original was Trading Spaces.
What if you woke up a Dolphins fan?
Oh man. Yeah. That would be a great. Oh, dude.
No, that would be a nightmare. I'd rather be an orc. See, the dolphin, I was reading about this today, and the dolphin is a very broad name. Do you know how many types of dolphins
there are? Porpoise, anyway, yeah.
So why don't they just call yourselves the orcas? I mean, orcas are dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
orcas are the most dangerous creatures in the water. We'd be much better off being called orcas.
No, well, they're more dangerous to other fish, not to people, per se.
True, they don't kill people.
They don't like the way we taste.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've killed a couple.
They're definitely on that fish diet.
They've killed a couple SeaWorld employees.
They didn't eat them though. Yeah, well, I mean, if
we kind of had a whole documentary about that happen. I remember
Blackfish or
Blackfish.
Well, what would you expect,
rough
though?
stuff.
I mean, if you put an orangutan, every animal, we put a lion in a zoo, they're going to kill somebody eventually.
We had that one. Remember that one orangutan that ripped that lady's face off?
Yeah.
And they actually named the orangutan. It was like Tyler the orangutan or some shit.
It's a chimpanzee, I thought.
Chimpanzee. No, I'm talking about the one. Anyway, they were dressing this motherfucker up in pajamas. He had a fucking Curious George room. He had his own bed.
Jeez.
But the
That's
thing
definitely
is,
chimp,
like,
then.
he got to be like 13 years old, and all he's thinking about is monkey pussy at that point.
Wow.
And so he woke up one day in his Curious George fucking pajamas and was like, "This shit ain't happening no more."
You know, well, you're not supposed to keep.
He's like, you're not supposed to stay in.
You're not supposed to keep a chimpanzee past like 4 years old.
I know, yeah.
because they become stronger than you, more
The
powerful.
lady had been giving him Xanax.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to give him sedate him, and I guess she didn't realize that Xanax had.
It was Travis the Travis the
Side
orangutan
effects.
is what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the funny thing about chimps is they target
Jeez.
your genitals too.
They target
soft-
your genitals?
Yeah, that's
soft tissue. They rip
know
your
what
ears
hurts.
off, your face, your genitals. They go for the stuff that they can like literally rip things off of you and like
All right, let's
disable
keep
you.
going here.
All right, that's getting a little
All
bit out
right,
of hand.
let's get on to a winner here.
back to the
Let's get on to a
sports
winner here. I don't know that it's a winner or not because I kind of made a pact not to follow Manchester United anymore. But here, my guy is coming back to Manchester United. So I guess I'm allowed to be a Manchester United fan again. Thanks, Ronaldo. I just quit liking him when Ronaldo left. I kind of didn't care for him anymore, and then now he's back 13 years later. I think it is.
Dang. So how long is a typical career for a soccer player?
Depends on how great you are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a pitcher can have a longer career sometimes than a hitter.
True. So you
Or-
think
yeah,
Ronaldo's going to add contributable
Yeah,
hours
absolutely.
to Manchester?
Yeah.
So what was your other team? Who was your other team?
I used to just follow whatever team has Americans on it in Europe.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
in foreign leagues because I want to
'cause-
see them do better so we'll have a better national team.
Right. So then when they form their other teams,
Right.
soccer's really hard to follow.
That's a lot. There's a lot. There's so many teams.
There's
too,
so much
I mean.
shifting. It's kind of like following the Power Rangers or something.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, like they form like one unit or something. It's like when a grasshopper becomes a locust.
Are you talking about the Transformers?
Transformers too.
Or what's the cat one? Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Yeah.
By the power of Grayskull.
Go Power Rangers.
All right, get out of this.
Can I read this really fast? Sorry to break up into your bit. So I just got a text from the owner of 3B Debris Removal. Wait, never mind. He probably doesn't want me to say this because I'll ruin his idea. He has $1 million idea. Onlydans.com, and it's a website for dudes named Dan. That's all.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That
Good-
must
good
really
for him.
That's really specific.
We can always count on a good marketing idea from a guy that owns a debris removal company.
yeah.
I'll haul away your hot tub and come and
And give you the greatest marketing idea ever.
All right. Y'all have run down. Y'all have gotten off I-4 and you're headed
right.
to Cocoa Beach. All right.
all right.
Dude,
all right.
I-4's
doesn't even-
exits are...
I-4 doesn't even go to Cocoa Beach.
It might.
Well,
nowadays.
if you get off a side road, it does.
Nobody knows where I-4
We're trying to
going.
go to Daytona.
Okay, let's
we
go.
all
Let's
know-
go to Daytona.
we all
All right,
know
all right,
Ross Padgett.
all right, Todd, get us to get it.
I'm trying here. We got natural born winners and losers. That's the EPL fan. Games start awfully early in the morning. This morning I woke up at 1 p.m. I woke up at 1 p.m.
Wow.
Turned on the television. I swore it was Mike Myers, Austin Powers on the sideline. Jurgen Klopp for Liverpool, their coach. It took me a second to realize that. I'm like, is this sort of some improv thing or something? What am I watching here? But then it dawned on me.
What's his name?
Got those eye boogers out. Jurgen Klopp. Klopp. Something like that.
And he was like, yeah, baby.
It's Klopp.
He's got those
Jurgen
perfect-
Klopp, I think, right? I think so.
She's German.
Oh, it's German.
When you said that, though, you just made me self-conscious about my eye boogers, so I just made sure I cleared them out while you said that.
Has anybody ever wanted to find a bunch of legends all in the one same place?
Of course.
Right here. You look-
Everyone.
Do you know where this place is at?
Where's that?
It's in everybody's town.
Where's that?
So the other day I was at the pub, and apparently everybody that walked in that door was some sort of legend.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, Todd came in there. Hey, you're a fucking legend, Todd. I'm like, what'd I do?
drank
And he
30
just told,
Guinnesses.
he just drank me under the table.
Like,
So-
you're that guy that pissed your pants into Sublime content. I've seen you.
you're so Rick's a legend up there because he's passed out and slept on the floor.
I
Making
have.
him a legend.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
like,
man.
I'm just saying, if you want to meet a legend, go to a pub.
What is it you say?
right.
Sometimes you just wake up and you piss excellence.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's all I got this week. I really didn't put a whole lot of effort into it this week.
Natural born legends. Well, I'm happy I made your list. I
wish it was for a different reason.
Lord,
I've been on lots of lists that I wish that I was on it for a different reason.
I didn't give him an actual real birthday present, so that could be it.
Yeah, that could be.
But also, I didn't tell him where I was sticking that finger.
Oh man,
yeah,
I don't want. You're not touching me with your.
That
fingers.
could be later.
His gift could be smelling the finger.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm smelling anything.
There might still be some stinky.
Dude,
I doubt it.
If I told you, if I came to you, I said, Todd.
And I'm not smelling
Todd.
no.
I stink fingered fucking
Mariah Carey
last night, and said, "Put my fingers in front of your face. You would sniff them."
Maybe if it was 21-year-old Mariah Carey.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
You don't think she's taking care of herself now?
I don't know, but that's when I was into her when she was doing her younger stuff. When I was young, that was when I was into her. Now
How
it's
old
just
is
like
Mariah Carey?
she's
in her
my
50s.
age. Yeah, she's in her 50s.
She probably still.
I think
looks
she's
good.
maybe late 40s.
I
Late
thought she was
40s.
like around our age.
And the older
No.
The older the vine, the sweeter the grape, guys.
Dude, she was her first single was in like 90.
Until it starts to rot.
I think she was like 20 at that time in 1990. So she's about 50, probably like 49, 50, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mariah
either way.
Carey. At least, I don't know.
If you'd have said Alicia Schmidt, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
She's not Whitney Houston.
But I don't think, first of all, you're going to get your fingers that close to anybody. Now, if it was Whitney Houston, that's a very sticky situation to go smelling that. If he came over here saying, you necrophiliac over there. Smells like death.
Whitney Houston probably still looks pretty good. It hasn't been that long.
She's probably
down there.
They probably put in her a bottle of embalming fluid.
Yeah,
just let her
with the embalming fluid.
She's floating
All
in her
right, that's
casket.
a morbid.
Yeah,
subject.
we need to
listen,
move past
she was
I'm
born-
sticking to the motto here.
Mariah
Okay.
was born March 27th, 1969. That's a hot year.
Okay, so she's 9 years older than me.
10 years older than me, so she's
43, which means
52.
she's 52. Yeah,
Yeah, she's 52. She could still look great.
she does. She still looks hot.
Listen, if you had that, I'd be interested.
Christina Aguilera.
I don't know.
Christina Aguilera.
What? You don't know?
Why are you so picky?
When is the last time I saw a picture of her? She was not looking the greatest for one.
Ah, you're out of your mind.
You're crazy. Britney Spears.
Yeah. But once again, I'm not going to believe dirt.
Okay, so
Sealed that deal. Now, if it was Justin Timberlake came up and say, "Hey, you want to smell Jessica Biel?" I'm like, "Oh, man."
Then Todd would be like,
I'm like, "Yeah,
fuck the fingers. I'll sniff your dick. Let me sniff that dick. Pull that
I
dick
don't
out.
know. Is it in a box?"
Let me sniff your dick. Come on, let me sniff your dick.
Please name this episode.
Sniff that dick.
Dick in
You
the
got to
box.
scratch it or rub it first.
Oh, no. Speaking of NBWs, I think JT is an NBW for the things he's gotten.
Well,
He's been-
he's got a pretty good golf swing too.
Yeah. That he played with who? Giannis?
Kelsey,
Yeah.
Mahomes.
That Pro-Am just recently.
and Mahomes.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it was
Pat
good.
Mahomes. That's who I saw in the picture.
Pat, my homie.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Pat Mahomes, we're going to take a break, come back, talk a little bit more about the NFL and the headlines coming up. We're going to drink some brews. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening to Ballbusters, guys.
You're listening to Ballbusters. You're listening to Ballbusters.
Welcome back to Ballbusters, episode 35. We have a late arriving guest today for you guys as we get into these headlines. The artist of the song you were just listening to, Fritz. Tell us a little bit about this song and how you wrote it, why you wrote it. What band were you with at this time?
Well, thank you, Brando. I thought you'd never ask. I was in the band Mumsy. I was the songwriter for Mumsy and the rhythm guitarist, singer, and I remember writing it the night before I opened at Austin Coffee in Winter Park, and you were the first customer, I think.
Yeah.
And because it was slow, I said, "Oh, you know what? I have my guitar in the car. Do you mind if I play it for you?"
Yeah.
Hold on.
And I remember you were just typing, getting some work done, and you did one of those slow head movements, and you got done, and you looked at it, and you go, "Sure, yeah."
So you were opening at the you were. It sounded like you're the opening act at Off Toss since you weren't.
No, yeah,
opening the
I
store
opened at like 6 in the morning.
Okay,
Yeah, I was there early back then. I was working. That was like my office, and Jeff just sat there at the booth with the guitar and just started singing the song. And I was like, man, and then listening to it now, I'm going, this is awesome. What are you working on these days? You got a lot of cool stuff going on.
Well, as of right now, I'm working on a solo project with my buddy Darcy Ricciardi, and it's called Florida Slang, and that's going to be a double album released later this year. But it'll be 8 songs on each album.
Florida Slang?
Florida Slang.
You've been sending me some
You're going to have like slang word titles?
Yeah, they're all offensive too.
I don't believe that. Are they really?
No.
I've been enjoying them. Whatever the music you've been sending me recently.
Yeah. It's all of that. All of that new
more
stuff.
of it. Yeah.
I like sending songs out. People on Instagram will reach out and say, "Hey, not for nothing, but I'd like to hear some songs," and then I'll send them out, and it's fun hearing. It's fun when you send out a link to a like 4-minute long song, and like 5 minutes later they're like, "That was really good. Do you have any more?" It's like, "Yes, I want people to listen."
Because they heard the whole thing.
Yeah, I want people to listen to this. This is
That's all I got.
Do you have any more? Nope.
Looks like you're writing some stuff currently.
Library is
You ready to talk about some baseball
I
tonight?
thought you'd never ask. Yes.
Right on. Let's get into these headlines.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
Headlines.
Here's Brando with This Week in the Headlines.
All right, sports fans, we've got a lot going on tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. YouTube douchebag Jake Paul gets his shot to make his name against 4-time former welterweight champion Tyron the Chosen One Woodley in an upcoming gimmicky bout.
And that's
night.
the problem.
Why?
Because Jake Paul is a heavyweight, and he's picking on. All of his opponents he's picking are so much smaller.
He's not a heavyweight. He's just oversized.
Well, in this case,
he's
they're both
6'2", 190.
Yeah. But Tyron did weigh in at 190 for this fight. He's a little bit on the heavier side than he normally is.
I think that's his normal weight anyways. To fight, he would cut all that out. So,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He's about 5 pounds heavier than he normally would be, but that's not much.
He'd go from like what 190 to like 122.
No. Yeah, sometimes you see things like that. It's crazy.
170. He would fight. What did he fight at 170?
He fought at 185 mostly in the welterweight category, which
so that's not that much smaller.
Which in UFC, yeah, no.
But like when you hear these Paul guys calling out Floyd Mayweather
Typically.
and Conor McGregor, and you're like, you're 6'2", 190, you douchebag, and you're calling out a guy who's 5'8", 147. Like,
I love it.
That's what they're doing. I know you love it because you love pieces of shit.
I just like watching people react like you're just so fucking passionate about just despising someone.
I hate him. I hope that somebody catches a hold of him.
You need to get rid of the hate in your heart.
Yes.
Man,
well,
you need to get rid of the hate in your heart, buddy.
you.
I love the sport of boxing, and I
me.
hate seeing douchebags fucking destroy it.
Dislike is a better word.
The fact that he's destroying boxing.
No, he is.
He's just having fun with.
He's turning it into a circus sideshow.
Because I'm hearing mixed up from a lot of people that follow boxing. They don't really seem to have a problem with it. There's some that do, but for the most of it, it's the people the fans that tend to dislike it more.
He's calling out Canelo and stuff like that, which is just retarded.
Which is ridiculous. Yeah, you're calling out a guy who is a welterweight, like a true boxing welterweight. Because UFC welterweight is different than boxing welterweight.
Yeah.
UFC welterweight is 185.
Yeah.
Or no, that's middleweight is 185.
No, welterweight's you're correct. Yeah.
So, but a boxing middleweight is 160.
Yeah.
A boxing welterweight is 147.
Right.
So you're calling out a guy that you got 50 pounds and 6 inches on.
Yeah.
You know.
But
he's never calling out guys his size.
And Jake Paul's 24.
And he's calling out guys who are 40.
Tyron Woodley is 39 years old.
Yeah.
But they're also like not going 12 rounds, right?
True.
They're doing like 4 or something, and it's like the first round is like you can't hit in the face.
No.
It's like a gentleman's fight, like old Hollywood.
That's why I think it's so gimmicky.
It's gimmicky.
30 style, put your dukes up.
You can say it's gimmicky all you want, but after watching that little TikTok video,
What's the harm?
yeah, after watching a little TikTok video of the build up where somebody said something about Tyron Woodley's mom. I'm not sure what the comment was, but he lost it like Dirt did right there.
Yeah.
And he was trying to fight everybody.
Hey, don't talk about Mama Woodley.
Might I also add, he's probably the only influencer who's doing anything. He's actually putting on a fight. He's entertaining.
I'm putting my face on the line.
Yeah.
When his brother fought Floyd Mayweather, which is kind of crazy. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, his brother Logan fought Floyd Mayweather, which is retarded to think that a YouTuber, and this is the day and age we live in, is fighting, and aside from Dirt, the greatest, and Dirt may disagree with this, and I don't necessarily disagree with Dirt.
Highly decorated boxer.
But one of the greatest in his weight class of all time is Floyd Mayweather.
One of the greatest all time.
Undefeated.
In all weight class.
Great defensive boxer.
Lennox Lewis too.
Yeah, not necessarily.
You're an asshole.
Fuck you.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
You could throw a few more people in that, but I don't want to freak them out.
I don't want to go into all that. That's
Lennox
very.
Lewis was always
When
good.
I start talking
Because
about
the fundamentals, he's a fundamental boxer, technical boxer.
When I start talking about why Lennox Lewis and Floyd Mayweather are padded records, I start sounding like some QAnon motherfucker. So I don't even want to go into that.
All boxing is about that, though. They all pad
No,
their
it's not.
records.
No,
Most
it's
of
not.
them
It is
do.
not. It is not.
Most of them do.
Get
It is
too
not.
off, but was Lennox Lewis also undefeated?
No.
Yes, he was.
He lost
Yeah,
his.
that's what I thought.
Yes.
No, he beat the Klitschko on the cut. That's right.
On the cut.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis is
So winner's a
undefeated.
win.
Yeah.
His final fight, he lost all 6 rounds.
I would.
But no, he did literally on every card. He lost all
True.
6
Yeah,
rounds.
I do remember
but
that. Yeah.
Vitaly Klitschko had a cut over his eyebrow, and the
That's
doctor
right.
stopped the fight.
Doctor
So
stopped
just
it.
because that one, and what was so fucked up about it is that when he
Lennox
became an HBO commentator, whenever the Klitschkos were fighting, Larry Merchant would say, "So Lennox, what would be your keys for this opponent to win this match?" Well, what I would do, Larry, is I would try to cut them on their sharp Ukrainian eyebrows. And I'm like, he literally was saying, "Hey, guess what? I literally got my motherfucking ass kicked, and a cut saved my life."
Well,
true.
or his
Bullshit.
tactic actually worked.
So are you hating the player or the game?
I think he's.
I'm hating the game. I'm hating the game. Listen, I'm hating the game, but it's the same way as like if you're playing a video game and you find a spot where you can hang out where bullets don't hit you and you can like just hang out there till everyone else dies and then jump out and win the game. That's what Lennox Lewis and Floyd Mayweather did their whole career.
I mean, at the end of the day, winning is the only prize. So how you win, and
I think it's fair to say it's a little bit disrespectful to boxing for a YouTuber to be fighting a former UFC champion.
I think so.
why he's not the UFC?
He's not ranked. He's done
UFC
anything.
is not even a boxer either. Woodley's not a boxer either.
No, he's not a boxer.
All
And
right.
I think that's going to be the challenge for Tyron Woodley. If we're talking about strategy here, I think Tyron doesn't really have boxing experience. And even though Jake Paul could be considered a joke, he has been training in the boxing arena a little bit more than Tyron Woodley has. Tyron Woodley is a great fighter. 4-time defended his title 4 times against some really tough opponents
Plenty of more
like
defenses
Todd's
than that.
boyfriend Wonder Boy. No,
Twice.
Twice against Wonder Boy. I mean, and Tyron went down in a spiral,
He's got credentials though.
but to me, it's a little disrespectful if he doesn't knock out this YouTube superstar. But here's one thing I think why he could potentially not knock out this YouTube superstar is that Tyron doesn't really box necessarily.
He's a wrestler, right?
Yeah, he's a waiter. He's a strategic waiter that loads up with a power shot. And yes, he's an awesome wrestler.
He's going to be.
So-
I want to see what his tactic is because he
little
could.
tricky, yeah.
Well, let's see what it is because his power definitely is his overhand right. That's what won him all his fights.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see if that power translates over into boxing.
Into boxing,
and
yeah.
if he can get inside to set that overhand up. If he can, I want to see how effective it is. I mean,
What you
other
think,
than that,
Fritz?
I really don't know who's going to win this. I would think Woodley would, but
I would think so.
Have the Paul brothers ever been knocked out?
No.
Not yet.
You
Not
think there's a clause in the
in the
contract?
gym,
don't,
man.
don't hit to knockout.
There could be with the bag that they're bringing to the table.
I would play nice too. Would you not?
They're
Yeah.
making
You're like,
a
hey,
lot
I'm
of people
retired.
money.
Yes.
I think because he didn't hit. Okay, in the little press conference, he didn't turn around and smack Jake Paul in the face when he was talking about trash about his mom. To me, that says
There's something else going on.
Yeah.
Here's some copy points. He's going to talk shit about your mom.
Yes.
The only
Exactly.
And he goes, okay.
I didn't think it was him. I thought it was somebody out in the audience.
It was, but
That's
Jake,
who he went after. Jake was kind of provoking him. He's like, "Yeah, go hit him, hit him, go do it. I want to see it. You won't do it."
He's calling him out. He's saying, "Yeah." I mean, I feel like if you really don't like this guy, you'd turn around and
Yeah.
slap him.
The only thing that makes me think that that's not the situation is that Floyd Mayweather doesn't need the Paul's money. Like if Floyd
spends a lot.
If
of
Floyd
money.
Mayweather woke up tomorrow morning and all he had left was the Paul's money, he would jump out a window.
Yeah, but he also.
You don't think he would just rematch him?
Yeah.
Get another purse?
Maybe I'll
You know
fight
what I mean?
McGregor again.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and trigger Todd now. Titans have 9 players on COVID protocol, including Tannehill. The vaccinated players will sit 1 week instead of 10 days or 14 days, depending on what they come up with, and have to be tested twice within 48 hours and receive negative tests on both. Also, Tampa Bay Buccaneers kicker Ryan Suckup.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
His name is Suckup?
Yeah, Ryan Suckup.
Todd, how do you pronounce that name? Is that how you pronounce it?
Suck up. Yeah, it's SUCCOP.
UP. You were
UP,
close.
yeah.
Wow, he almost spelled something correctly. That was so close.
I'm doing better than listening to you try and read over here.
So Ryan
Nice.
Suckup was seen at dinner with the Titans players who tested positive for COVID, witnessed by head coach Bruce Arians, who has called him out, saying it wasn't just the Titans players. Tampa Bay's kicker Ryan Suckup was there too.
So this guy's a snitch.
Yeah, and he just lost the Super Bowl to the Bucs, so he's calling him out.
Oh, I
Who
thought
lost
like
the Super
because
Bowl
he's a
to the
snitch,
Bucs?
they made him give
The
his
Chiefs.
trophy back.
But you're talking about the Titans.
I know, but Bruce Arians also called out Ryan Suckup because he was hanging out with the Titans
Suck up doesn't even kick for the Chiefs.
for the Bucs.
So what does this have to do with the Chiefs?
Because they fucking lost in the last Super Bowl, guy.
I know, but what's that have to do with the Titans?
Because the Bucks kicked their fucking ass.
The Bucks played the Chiefs. The Bucks played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I just don't know where the Chiefs are coming into this.
If
When you're
Because
talking
they're
about,
fucking losers.
so you're talking about the Titans team players.
If you're following the story that I'm presenting to our audience and you,
Well,
instead of watching third grade
well.
UFC fighters, but try and make their claim to listen to what I'm telling you. The Titans have 9 people on COVID protocol right now.
Mm-hmm.
9 and Tannehill.
Out of the 40, man.
But what does
roughly,
it have
is
to do
40
with
or
the Chiefs?
60?
Their quarterback is unvaccinated, which means he's going to have to sit longer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. And check this out. Bruce Arians snitched saying Ryan Suckup was hanging out with the Tennessee Titans
And he
football
kicks
team,
for who?
the Tampa Bay Bucks.
So
So
what's
Bruce Arians called it his own kicker?
Yeah. What are you talking?
No.
That's what Bruce Arians is. A Bucks coach.
Well, I don't know why he called it his own kicker.
So
there.
what? That's why I'm trying to figure out what the Chiefs have to do.
I
I'm
was
like,
trying to figure that too. It was like Bruce Arians.
Chiefs
I mean, I-
fucking suck.
I know I can watch TV and listen. at
Andy
the same
Reid is the
time.
coach of
I
the
know.
Chiefs. I'm just really trying to twist Todd around a little bit.
Well, there you go.
I told you I was going to wind him up.
I just kept giving
Your
like
IQ level.
non sequiturs.
I think we all just got dumber for hearing that.
Well, we're about,
You are awarded no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
we're all about to get a lot dumber because Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Buccaneers, because he wants to be like Tom Brady, delivered the most uninspiring, shitty speech we've ever seen. Did you guys see Aaron Rodgers' speech as he returned to his team with his tail between his legs because nobody wanted him really?
Was he the same guy who like refused to practice all year?
Yeah, he wanted off the team, man.
He's pulling like a Brett Favre.
Off season, actually. Well, no.
Jordan Love's starting this weekend, but there's no surprise. It's preseason. But it's kind of like what happened when Favre was in the camp.
The same team.
Yeah, with the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers was the up and coming guy.
What does that tell you about the team?
I don't know.
It's a different
Maybe something.
general management. I mean, difference is Brett Favre was at the end of his run.
It is different.
And last year,
That's interesting,
And
though.
that year, Green Bay didn't trade up to get Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers came in at like 15, 16. They're like, we just can't pass him.
Does that happen with like NFL teams? Does this normally happen with quarterbacks
you
going, I'm
wanna
not going
make
to practice
sure-
with your team?
Not really.
So for it to happen
you hear
twice
it.
in one club,
Twice
a
in one club.
well-revered,
Yes.
traditional, like steeped in tradition.
Well,
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, Jeff, if that got you, 3 Super Bowl wins, would you have a problem with that method?
If you got me within sniffing distance, I would be all right.
They've got those two. Their last 2 quarterbacks have 3 Super Bowl wins for them.
Well, that's pretty damn good.
So it seemed to work.
No, yeah, I'm not saying
I
it's
mean,
not. Todd, do you not find that
No, I do.
intriguing?
I do.
It's
but
a little
it
intriguing
was
because it's the same story.
And it's the same position,
It's the same position.
Right.
quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers has won Super Bowls,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they're
Kind of the same
tenured.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows
It's like,
who they are.
when
What's
Favre-
the hiccup?
I think that the hiccup is that Aaron Rodgers is acting like a knucklehead because when he came in,
Yes.
Brett Favre
Yes.
had a little bit of a stink about it, but Brett Favre still stayed there for 4 years.
Exactly.
but he
yes.
also
Aaron-
did the "I'm not coming to camp" shit.
Well, that's because he knew that it was time for Rodgers to take the team, and he's like, "Let me get out of here for."
Yeah, but then he
Well, I
kept coming
can't.
back.
For the paycheck, yeah.
Then he kept coming back.
Who?
Well, I thought-
Favre?
Yeah, just like Rodgers
for
is
4
right.
years. For 4
Well,
years
yeah.
while Aaron Rodgers was on that team, but
he turned into a Fitz magic.
don't
that
don't you
cornerback.
think
But he
don't
did the
you
same
think
thing.
there's at least some like merit to the fact that maybe Brett Favre decided, like, as he's watching Aaron Rodgers' development with the team,
Aaron Favre.
as he's watching his development with the team, he just got to a point where he goes, okay, so if I come back this season and I'm the starting quarterback, and then I shit the bed midway through the season,
His
and
words.
they bring
His
in
words.
this Aaron Rodgers kid, and he plays better than me, I'm going to look like garbage. So once he got to that point, he was like, okay, fine, my time here is done.
Where's my value?
Let me go play with Minnesota. Let me go play with the Jets.
Yeah, he had
because
value.
he looked better going to another team than he would have if he had just come out that season, had a terrible season, and the backup looks better than him. That ruins Brett Favre's legacy
It's his value.
with the Green Bay Packers,
don't-
I think.
I mean, he was still playing for them, though. He was still, right?
Well, he
was
did
still
for
on
did
the-
4 years.
for
Yeah.
4 years
3 or
while
4
Aaron
years,
was his
something like
backup.
that.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like they drafted a guy and they
Aaron
said,
sat
you
there
sit
for
on the bench.
4 years as
Yeah.
a potentially better quarterback.
Right. But the reason they brought him there was, okay, kid, you're on the Green Bay Packers now.
You're under Brett Favre.
Brett Favre is
Okay, millionaire.
no,
kid.
no, but seriously, they're like Brett Favre
I do
is
think
a
it's cute.
Yeah.
Brett Favre is a tested and proven playoff quarterback. This guy is going to be in the Hall of Fame. You're coming in. You just shadow this guy because you're going
Yeah.
to learn everything you need to learn about how to be a great NFL quarterback by just shadowing
and
this guy.
Aaron was calling
and it
him
worked.
Aaron was calling him an old man and doing this and that. And now Jordan Love comes along, gets drafted
He
instead
was
of
his Huckleberry.
yeah.
Brett Favre,
Huckleberry,
and then did you see Aaron Rodgers saunter out all dying of the consumption? He goes, "I'll be your Huckleberry."
Yeah.
And he starts twitching.
What's a huckleberry?
That's from
What is it?
Tombstone.
What is
A
it?
huckleberry is someone who's up for the
It's
task.
Hucklebear.
Huckleberry.
No, he says Hucklebear.
It's Huckleberry.
In
Look it
Tombstone?
up.
He says
It's
look it up. It says Hucklebear.
I think that's probably because of the
because
accent.
of his accent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
Huckleberry is the correct
Huckleberry.
But
term.
do you know what a huckleberry bear is?
What?
It's the handle on a casket that you carry the casket by.
I didn't know
That's
that.
why
Really?
that even makes it more sense to what he was saying. When he says, "I'll be your hucklebear, I'll carry you to death."
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because Huckleberry just means someone who's down for the task.
Right.
Like, you want to rob that liquor store? I'll be your Huckleberry.
I've heard that
And
before.
then,
And that
the mask.
Well, I
obviously,
just read that recently.
that
'cause I-
obviously comes from Mark Twain.
personal experience for me, but sure, man.
Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn was the one that Tom Sawyer, every dumb
that
fucking
makes sense.
idea, Huckleberry Finn was like, fuck yeah, Tom Sawyer, let's go fuck up them Indian motherfuckers. Or whatever it was they were doing. Go into a cave and fucking almost die.
I'll do whatever you
that's the
want.
only time Jim had
got
freedom too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So,
But the speech from Aaron Rodgers was so unenthusiastic. He
Okay, so do you think he wasted 4 years? There's no Super Bowl shots?
for Rodgers?
Yeah.
No, I definitely think there's a Super Bowl shot.
No, like when he was shadowing Brett Favre. Did they win at all?
they won They won 1 year, I think.
I think so.
but 4 years to shadow under someone, that's a lot of wasted potential, especially with NFL, because it's like,
well-
the average is 8 seasons?
Yeah, and Rodgers kept. I mean, and God, Jesus, I'm getting him
For
confused.
better.
Favre kept coming back, and I feel like we're getting a little bit of the similar situation. Rodgers comes back, but he comes back going, "It's championship town. I'm back. We're gonna win." But it's uninspiring motivation because it's a guy that wants to leave. He's worried about the new guy coming up, Jordan Love. Is Jordan Love really as good?
Right.
I don't even know.
I
but
don't think
it's
so.
just so
But-
strange.
Well,
But
but
I
the
think
thing
we're reading into Aaron
if-
Rodgers isn't somebody known to be a motivator, anyways.
true.
So
but what I'm saying is, if you're telling the world that you're leaving your team, you don't think that they can win there. You're upset with the draft picks that they made.
That's a real Kenny Powers move.
And then
Yeah.
you come back and you act like a dick and give
Yeah.
the most unmotivating speech.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck,
I
man?
like it. I like it because I think he made himself more marketable for this next upcoming offseason.
But
Teams are going to go out of their way to put the money up to try and get him because they
Well,
know he's ready to go.
That's so
But here's
ugly,
something
though.
that Jeff
That's-
probably
that's-
doesn't
I
even
disagree
understand.
with that
That
completely.
the wrinkle in this story that I think that is the most interesting part
And
was not
when-
Aaron Rodgers the MVP last season?
Yep.
Yep.
Let me
13-3.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just cut you off.
Yeah.
Here. I know nothing about football.
Right. I know. Yeah.
Because I don't care about football.
You're just listening to the story and you're.
Because of the CTE. I'm just
Right.
here for comments, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I'm
And what up, Facebook? Love me.
No, but what I'm saying is Aaron Rodgers was the MVP last season.
Yeah, I know he's really good.
He's still a great player. So it's like I don't understand what his beef is with them drafting a quarterback when he literally is the Packers quarterback because of the same situation.
He's literally
you know what I mean?
upset because they got a young.
They drafted a
they
rookie
drafted
quarterback. Yeah.
Wow.
a quarterback instead of a receiver or a offensive tackle or something he needed.
But this has been going on for a long time, right?
Well,
like him
no.
refusing to practice with the team.
no,
I feel
this
like
is
it's
for
been
just
going on
this
for
year.
months.
This year.
Yeah, but
This
this
year.
year. But it's
And
been
this-
for a long
right.
time.
But
Like
he's
him
got
saying
a
he's not
little
going to do
bit
that and not going to
dodgy.
do that.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
He
honest
vacationed
here.
in Hawaii. I remember seeing like a headline.
If you
He's-
grew
yeah.
up
When
in
camp
Florida,
started?
if you
He's-
grew up in
yeah.
Florida, where's the last place you would want to live?
Sarasota.
Green
No,
freaking Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
Aaron
He's a
Rodgers is a
Calif-
Florida boy.
he's a
He's
California
Southern
boy.
California. Very
Same,
similar.
Southern California.
That's
yeah.
why I call them the Green Bay Buccaneers because they're Buccaneers because they're very similar in the story in the sense that Brady
When's
left
the last time you got a Super Bowl title?
Brady left the cold climate of New England, came to Florida and won a Super Bowl, and now Aaron Rodgers was trying to do the same thing.
Well, let's be honest. Tom Brady would live in Antarctica for 12 years straight
Gazellas.
if it meant some kind of personal achievement. The guy is a
Yeah.
fucking
He is.
machine.
Yes, he is a machine.
And that argument is done.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is the fucking best. There's
I'd
no
lo-
doubt
I'd-
about
I'd
it.
love to
He
compare-
would he would devote himself.
I'd love
That's
to
all I'm saying.
compare them, but I guess
I put this
maybe
in.
there's not a comparison.
No.
Well, there is going to be a comparison because I put this in your ear earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be Tom Brady's replacement.
in Green Bay.
Tampa Bay is going to end up being the retirement home for these
Tampa
guys.
Bay.
It could be
Interesting.
Retirement home or destination?
retirement destination.
Are you willing
No,
to?
well, championship destination. For
Are
the
you
Bucs.
willing to spin the wheel for that?
Yeah, it's going to happen be like a year from now, so he'll probably forget anyways.
I can write it down.
Spin the wheel.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen?
That's
okay.
nice.
You can't write it down now.
All right, let's get back.
Foiled
To,
again.
let's get back to beer, guys. What do you say?
Yeah. What do you got?
All right, Mick Ultra gets serious about women's sports
Yeah, I've heard of Mick Ultra.
with a $100 million commitment over the next 5 years to increase the visibility of female athletes and women's sports.
Fuck yes. I
Yeah.
will drink to
See,
that.
I would like that if we could get some women chugging beers. Like we got dudes,
Okay,
dudes
immediately
market.
makes it sexist.
No, but I'm saying that beer. The thing about beer is like you see beer. It's always
Always guys.
most part, yeah, guys
women,
drinking.
women do love
Right.
to chug beer too.
Ultralights, especially. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anything really. I mean, at least in the community of the craft beer world, yeah,
Yeah.
they'll chug a imperial stout with you.
You're more likely to see a female drinking a craft beer or something really good than you are to see them chugging Busch Lights like we do in my home. But
I just think it's funny.
my
that we're
wife
drinking
does, so
Busch
it's cool with
right
me.
now.
You know what I mean?
I just think it's funny that we're drinking Busch right now.
I forgot to bring over beer. You know me. I usually do.
Now, do you speak for yourself? All right.
I don't think anybody's getting my joke, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's the wrong company.
I don't want you to.
No, Bush.
I don't get it.
So other brands will certainly follow putting more money
Busch?
in the accounts of female athletes. So I just think this is super interesting because one of the arguments to this whole thing was that female sports aren't being watched enough. So some of the counter arguments to this is like, why would you put $100 million into supporting female athletes drinking beer when there's not that much people watching it? And the response to that, which me being a marketing guy, is, well, when we show these people playing their sport, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, showing them kicking a goal, showing them dunking a basketball, showing them getting a hit, people are going to want to watch the sport more.
And I've made that comment on this show here.
Is that what it is? It's just going to be commercials with women chugging like
Because of
shotgunning
beer, yeah.
beers?
I don't think so.
Or are they putting $100 million into like the visibility of getting more
That's what they're doing.
contracts for TV?
They're launching a marketing campaign
Yes.
to increase visibility of female athletes.
Yes.
And I've talked about it on this show before that my problem with it is that I literally can watch here
Say it.
physically can't because of the neighborhood, but I could literally put I could watch the Orlando City Lions games on an HD antenna. But when I want to watch the Orlando Pride games, I got to pay $7 a month to Paramount. I do that, for the streaming service because I like watching their games, but I have to pay to watch the women's games.
No, you don't.
Men's games are free, but in order to watch the Pride games, you got to pay for a streaming service to get them because that's the only place for broadcasts, and it sucks. But you know,
No, but
What?
this is what I do. I call Sabrina Mango for free.
Friend of the show. Friend of the
I'm
show.
talking about yes. I know.
for the-
I'm just talking about broadcast.
Right.
They do not
watching it.
broadcast
Yeah.
the women's games of any sport.
That's what I don't-
The way that they broadcast everything
That's
else. I
what
mean, ESPN's got 150 fucking
Well,
channels now. Like
That's
Yeah.
what I was
You don't
going to
know
say. Well, that's what I was going to
Well,
say
then
is
put the games on
is
TV.
why is it not the same if Orlando Magic is covered by Sunshine Network or Bally Sports?
right.
The Miracle should be on that same channel. Just as
we don't have a team anymore, but
well, whatever. I'm
Well,
just
there's
as the
women-
Lions. The Lions are always on 35 or ESPN.
Yeah. So I was just about to say.
Yeah, the Pride are never on ESPN unless it's probably maybe a championship game, and you don't find them on a local channel at all.
I
which
would
is-
watch every women's soccer match because
women's soccer is incredible.
I cannot watch men's soccer. I've tried so hard now. It's the fucking flops.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's bad.
Women are a lot tougher.
Women don't fucking do that.
No, they're
it's
tough.
refreshing.
They're a lot
When-
tougher.
the first time
in soccer world, yeah.
in soccer, the first time I saw
Todd's
that, I
like
was
that.
like, "This is incredible.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fucking incredible."
Yeah.
I don't know. I disagree with
It's a
that.
different
But
game.
I've learned to understand it's not necessarily a flop. It's selling your foul because you do get tagged, and those studs do freaking hurt. I understand when they're doing the Neymar and flopping around. Like we watched Vanderwater the other day flop
Yeah.
around. I'm like, oh dang, what a flop! And then we look back at it, and the guy just
Cleated him right in the
destroyed
back
his
of-
leg, and
yeah,
it's
in the
like,
Achilles
it probably
bone.
didn't deserve him jumping up in the air and falling back over.
Well, you just said it. You got to really sell that foul.
Well, it's also a game of
You gotta
cards too,
sell it.
though. If you can make somebody get a yellow card, they have to play cautious the rest of the game. If you make them get a red card, you get to play an extra man.
that's
I
why
know,
I don't
I know.
like the game.
It's a strategy.
It's like
it's a strategy. If you can get
It's like way too fucking stressful on bullshit moments that
Yeah.
fucking affect the game. I'm like, I'm out, man.
It's
you
a
guys
game, though.
have fun with this game. I'm gonna go watch baseball.
I,
It's like, man, it's like, and then when someone loses, it's like, fuck you, Argentina. It's like
Yeah.
they want to destroy an entire
kill 'em.
country.
not countries.
Jesus
it's not.
Christ.
It's not countries. It's at city battles usually.
It's country and pride. Don't do
It
that
is.
bullshit.
That's what soccer
you-
is.
With
It's
Russia,
not-
with
I know.
Russia, I'll give you that one. Russia likes to fight with everybody, but for the most part,
well, let's get back to
international
the,
play is not a
if you-
big deal.
If you remember
it's
back,
in country rivalries.
Good on Michelob Ultra.
yeah, good on Michelob Ultra.
Yeah,
They
that's
put
great.
$100 million. But if we remember, and I'm not trying to throw Budweiser under the bush,
Out of the bush.
but maybe I am.
All right, that's good.
Remember back in 2015
Yeah.
when Budweiser tried this same thing as part of their whatever campaign, the perfect beer for this was their slogan. They had to take it down.
Yeah.
It was part of their whatever campaign in 2015. Budweiser attempted to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Bring women's sports to and their slogan was the perfect beer for removing no from your vocabulary for the night. That was the slogan on the bottle of beer.
Oh my God.
And it was part of their whatever campaign.
So as long as Mick Ultra has no slogan, they should be fine.
That should be their marketing team. You should say, all right, guys, listen, we've learned our lesson. No slogan this time.
Michelob Ultra, they just go hashtag no words needed. That's the fucking
Yeah.
classy move.
That should be their
$100
hashtag.
million to the visibility of women. Hashtag no, words
words
needed.
needed. We're not saying
People would go, fuck yes.
Just supporting
You can hire me
I feel like you could use
on
Nancy
Instagram.
Reagan's
It's
little slogan here.
Instagram, no_regrets_ coyote, Mick Ultra. Get at me.
Would you
Yeah.
spell regrets the correct way?
Because Budweiser kind of said, like, hey, we're supporting women, but as long as you don't say no, which is like, what? And they had to
Awful.
take it down for being, literally, the quote was being too rapey. And the representative,
Accurate.
which is like, yeah, the representative of Budweiser was like, well, we were just trying to have fun and we're sorry we missed our mark, which is the most hilarious comeback
think that
ever.
Which
was-
is not an apology.
Do you think that was Bill Cosby's beer of choice at the time?
Oh, God.
Probably.
That has not aged well.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
our
man.
show won't either, but no. But in other news, the Jacksonville Jaguars' former quarterback Gardner Minshew will now be sitting the bench for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Uncle Rico.
Isn't that exciting?
He looks just like Uncle
He's
Rico.
like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
I can throw this football over the mountain over there.
I love that man. Do you think he's still selling Tupperware?
Yeah.
He was selling breast implants, I thought.
Let me
He
grab
tried
this.
to sell the girl her pills for...
Let me grab this other beer.
Okay.
So
And-
Trevor Lawrence is going to be starting for the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Well, I'll announce this next one. Herschel Walker is running for
Congress,
senator in
yeah.
Georgia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Been coming for a while.
So Herschel Walker, for everybody, obviously, star for the Dallas Cowboys.
Heisman Trophy winner in 1990, I think. 1990. He was out by the time. 1990 with Georgia. Then he went to Dallas, I think. And he was at Dallas until they got Emmitt Smith and they shipped him off somewhere else. I think
Yeah, Minnesota.
Is the Heisman specifically for quarterbacks?
And that's the best athlete.
Okay, because I can remember Emmitt Smith in the 90s. He was like a 2-time Heisman, right?
No, you can only be. Well, you can't be a two-timer. I don't think there's ever been a two-timer.
There almost was.
Well, I'm glad that I asked that because I thought it was just quarterbacks.
No.
Typically, it's seniors that win that award. So, okay, so Todd.
5-time Heisman
Todd, you're
winner.
way off here, buddy.
Oh, am I with the Cowboys?
No. What year do you think Emmitt Smith won the Heisman Trophy?
Yeah. I didn't say Emmitt Smith. Herschel
Yeah.
Walker.
Herschel Walker. What year?
Like 1980.
You said 90.
No, I did not. He said
I
90.
think it was 82.
It was 82. Yeah,
I said 80.
It was 82.
No, that's close.
Yeah.
You were close with 1990.
You're way off, dude. You were 700 days off, bro.
And also, he didn't. So when he won his Heisman Trophy, I didn't realize
He's a
he was
freshman,
one of the
right?
guys that did this. No, when he won his Heisman Trophy, he went pro. Who did he go to?
Yeah, he was one of the first to the New Jersey Generals. Or something.
He went to the United States Football League and played for the
USFL.
New Jersey Generals. Yeah, he didn't go to the NFL.
It's crazy.
I remember there was some story with him when he was at the Cowboys or something. It was the reason they brought Emmett in. They brought Emmett in and they had to send him off after they just brought him to the Cowboys.
Emmett,
for
yeah,
something.
yeah. Well, I think he left before Emmett got there because that Cowboys
you
went
say
through that
the
really
rapper
bad
Eminem?
phase. No,
Emmett Smith.
Emmett.
I swear he just
Emmett
said
in.
Eminem, didn't he?
Emmett in, not Eminem. Emmett in. Brought Emmett
That's an
in.
audio crack
I
up,
don't
all
think
right?
Marshall Mathers played in the NFL.
No, I don't think he did.
Whatever, Stan.
He missed out though. He could have.
We're about to get hazy here, guys, because we don't have wings, but we do have hazy beers.
Hazy IP. Oh, this is the Deadhead.
Yeah, you fucking guys told me that you had vegan wings
I know we did.
and you had plenty of beer.
yeah, we just wanted you to join us.
Vegan
hang out.
wings.
I'm so mad.
This is a hazy
I
IPA.
wouldn't
This is
drink
7.5%. Be
Thing
careful.
is, how's this going to taste after drinking that Bush?
I don't know.
There's only one way to find out, mi amigo.
Got to get all in there.
After you dive down on the bush, beer tastes good usually.
Well, it depends on what kind of bush you've been diving down on. I mean,
No matter what, beer always tastes good afterwards.
You guys talking about beer?
no,
We're trying to. Todd's,
he uses beer for mouthwash. Apparently,
Todd's taking us into lands we didn't know we were going.
Lands that will be edited out.
Herschel Walker is running for the Senate seat, as I just mentioned, of Georgia. And he's also listed as a mixed martial artist. Did you know he had some?
yeah, he has a tie couple. He has a
MMA
couple
fights?
wins.
He's
I
a
watched him
triple
fight.
black belt in Taekwondo,
Yeah,
and he's like 58
that's a third degree black belt.
years old or something now. He's
He's up there.
No,
Herschel
he's not
Walker.
that old. He's 50.
Herschel Walker?
He's
He
like
was born in
50s.
69,
He's
so
in his
he's
50s.
69, so he's
52.
9 years old. Yeah, 52.
So he's 52.
Same year as Ryan Carey. We just talked about earlier. Yeah,
Maybe
look
we
at
should get
that.
them together.
Herschel Walker and Mariah Carey born in the summer of love. What's that tell
That'd be
you?
a
Who
good,
would've thought?
yeah, that'd be a good matchup.
Free love, Woodstock, motherfucker. That created great people. Just saying.
Free love Woodstock,
Clearly.
motherfucker.
So Herschel Walker was a man of many talents.
Jeff, did you get one?
Yeah.
Talented athlete of played a lot of different roles. Ran the ball well. Now he's
Didn't
running
he
for
also
senator.
compete in MMA at one point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were we
okay.
just
he
not
said-
listening?
Okay, sorry. No.
Are you getting a little bit of brain?
I heard about the jujitsu. No, I heard you guys say judo.
Karate,
Karate.
Taekwondo.
Oh,
I meant, is what he
okay.
said, yeah.
Okay.
triple black belt.
No, third degree.
I had a customer
Black belt.
when I was working for the Hummer Corporation, Hummer Vehicles. One of my customers was Jeff Wood. He was the middle linebacker for the Washington Redskins in the 80s. And I asked him one time, and I'm like, hey, when you were playing, who's the one guy that you would see on the other side of the football that you would go, this is going to suck today? And he said, Herschel Walker.
Yeah.
And I go, why? And he goes, because the guy was as the size of a linebacker
Yeah.
that was running the football. And he said, so when he got through the line, I knew if I don't get both arms all the way around this guy, I'm not going to stop him, and he's just going to run me over. He said he was like literally like it was like a truck running through the defense. And he said it was so tough because he was just such a big guy. And he was so strong that you couldn't just like shoelace tackle this guy. He's like, you literally had to have both arms around him and wrestle him to the ground. Yeah. You're not going to stop this guy just by side tackling him.
No,
shoelace tackle like you.
It's a term for slapping their foot.
And then you act like you're going to tie your shoes, but you tie his shoelaces together.
It's like when like
that would
be
Daffy
hilarious.
Duck.
The Daffy Duck, Looney Tunes.
You're spot on.
That's a Tom and Jerry move, first of all. He would tie the cat's tail to something.
Yeah. No, it's like what he was talking about. It was when the guy's coming through. If you can just get a foot when they lift their foot up to run, and get a hand on their foot and just throw their foot out of sequence and it makes them trip.
It would be great if like every team had those like magic cards they could play, and the refs are like, "Okay, I got you," but the other team can't know about it, and then you just see hike, and the entire defensive line goes, they all fall down, and then they just
like sparkles fly out of them,
trot into the end zone.
Magic. One of the other funny things about Herschel Walker, in addition to running for a Senate seat in Georgia, which is kind of crazy,
he owns the largest minority-owned.
He's going to run Republican, and he's going to leave Texas, and there's like, and he's driving to Georgia to run for that Senate seat because I guess he's from Georgia.
He's from Georgia, yeah. He's from Georgia, but he also has like the largest minority-owned chicken processing company in the country.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's like Tyson Meats, but he has his own.
Speaking of which, do you guys want to order some chicken sandwiches from KFC a little bit later?
We can do that. We can do that later.
Because Danny's not here.
Yeah,
it's 9:00.
Who feeds you?
Kids. If Danny and Liz aren't here, I don't get to eat
once a week.
It's ridiculous.
He's a bachelor.
I still haven't even figured out how to turn the oven on yet.
He had a bowl of cereal earlier.
Call me. I can help you out with that.
He tried to teach Nessie how to cook.
I'm talking about him.
Didn't work.
She doesn't know how to cook.
Look at Maggie. You can tell I can cook. Maggie, you're a big old fat dog eating all my scraps.
Maggie might be dead. Todd?
Huh? Jesus Christ, Brando.
Is Maggie dead?
No, she's just chilling.
She's not moving.
She never moves.
She's breathing.
What do you mean she never moves?
Yeah, is that not moving?
I don't think she's. I think.
Well,
on your birthday, that would be sweet.
Yeah, like she just lifted her head, dude. Chill.
She moved. But sometimes they move as
you're
a
a terrible pet owner. I can tell already.
I'm just looking out for you on your birthday.
Nessie, are you dead? As long as you don't go there and kick her to see if she's still alive, all right? Don't do that.
That would be sad. It is Todd's birthday.
I'm going to defend Brando would not go over and kick Nessie to make sure she's dead. He would poke her with a stick.
Nessie?
I would I'd take care of my dog. She's my dog. Anyway, so we're done. We've talked enough about Herschel Walker.
So we're done. Let's wrap it up.
We did go
done.
He's got a lot of different cool records, but let's talk about what Jameis Winston, Teddy Bridgewater, and Trevor Lawrence all have in common.
Starting jobs.
Stealing crabs.
That's a good reach.
Close.
That's a good reach.
But they all recently got starting jobs.
I would have said black starting quarterbacks, but Trevor Lawrence isn't black.
Trevor Lawrence got long hair, but he's not black.
He's like Spicoli from Fast
Times.
Not
Spicoli. He's like Sunshine from the what's that movie? Remember the Titans.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen that. Is it good?
Yeah, it's excellent.
One of the first things I think about with Trevor Lawrence getting the starting job and them trading away Gardner Minshew and Travis Etienne being hurt for the season, what's going to happen in Jacksonville? They got who's their backup quarterback? With James Robinson, I believe, is their backup.
They got Galbert. They got Gilbert from Tampa Bay's backup from last year.
Yeah.
So they got a little Tom Brady on the team now. So
and they've got
a little bit of tiny bit.
They got a little bit of it in that if something happens, they can just call Tebow back and go, "Hey, man, sorry."
Oh, he's probably on the practice squad. I'd imagine.
If they did that?
They cut him. He's waived from the team right now.
He's waived from the team.
But they're like
from the start. Is he on the practice squad? I never.
No,
read that.
he's completely. Yeah, his contract has been terminated. He's no longer a member of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That sucks. Too bad for them.
And speaking of Jameis Winston, I'm going to go out on a limb here because like how I transition, and say that I think Jameis Winston is going deep into the playoffs this season.
Okay,
it's a limb. I'm going out on a limb.
He's going to be quarterbacking the Saints?
Fritz,
yeah.
He beat out Taysom Hill for the starting position, which we're not really surprised about. Taysom Hill is a great backup quarterback.
He's a better gimmick player.
In the sense that he can do things.
to fill you in, he is a quarterback that also played wide receiver.
No, he was a half. He was a halfback, a running back, punt
Jameson
returner.
Winston?
No, Taysom Hill. The guy
Taysom Hill,
that- yeah.
punt returner. He was on the special teams tackle, and he did he would punt the ball. He did everything.
So the value in having this guy on your field is that
of
when
course.
he's back there lining up as quarterback, you have no idea what the fuck he's going to do.
Yeah.
He could take the snap and throw a pass. He could step aside, and next thing you know, the running back takes the snap, and he's running downfield, and he's receiving.
Yeah,
now.
but he's-
like he can go any direction.
He's versatile.
Can he kick
He's
the ball
insane.
too?
Yeah,
Probably,
He can
probably
do it all. I think he even gives out massages. I think he's also the
Kicks
sports.
it out of
He's the
nowhere. They're
sports
like,
trainer as well.
What was the point of that?
one guy watching in the stands, he just stands up and goes,
Yeah. It's second down.
insane,
Why did
dude.
you do that? You're so. What did you do that for?
"This guy fucking rules. Anyone else watching this?"
Yeah.
But what's going to what Todd said? His side job also is he tapes all the ankles in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and he also administers the COVID test.
You believe that?
He does everything for
Cool.
the Saints.
Yeah, good.
He can do everything. He can do it all.
I'm just saying, I think Jameis can sling the ball. He got his LASIK surgery. His eyes are fixed now. He doesn't have those boggly glasses and whatnot. And I don't know, man. I have always, for some reason, thought that Winston was the type of guy that out of nowhere could win a Super Bowl.
I believe that.
And I'm going to call it right now.
Brad Johnson did it.
Dumb as this sounds,
Whoa.
I'm taking the Saints deep this season.
Really? Okay.
Brad Johnson didn't leave the Bucks and win a Super Bowl.
he's
You want to
not
write
right
that
now.
down,
No.
Fritz?
Yeah.
No,
I'll take
what
that.
was that comment about Brad Johnson?
No, he was talking about quarterbacks that aren't necessarily guys where you as a football fan look at them and go, that's a quarterback. That's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know, no one was saying Brad Johnson. That's a guy who can take a team to the Super Bowl. He was a part of a team of a greater picture. No one's saying, but Jameis Winston, that's a guy who's going to take a team to a Super Bowl, but he's part of the bigger picture.
Well, Jameis Winston was coming out of college. He did win a national title.
Yeah.
Something Brad Johnson, I think, did as a backup to Chris Winkie, but
Either way,
How deep are we talking here? Like
Jeff-
breaching?
no. He
breaching
came.
the
He came
playoffs?
out. He was a first overall draft pick.
he's
I'm
not
not
talking
talking
about
Brando.
He's talking about He's
Brando?
talking about his Saints bet.
Yeah,
prediction?
he just made a prediction.
You know what? I'm just going to go all the way to the Super Bowl.
You think the Saints are going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I think they'll beat the Bucks. He's going to go off on the Bucks one time, but
I think he's a gunslinger. And I don't know, man.
Based on Winston, right?
Yeah.
based on the fact that he owns the most interceptions in a single season.
But also this, the season he threw the most
threw more
interceptions.
than he did.
But hold on, isn't this stat? Am I wrong in this?
I'm
the
not-
season that he threw the most interceptions in the NFL in that season, he also threw the most touchdowns.
Well, that's what you have to do when you throw that many interceptions.
Yeah, but still, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Is
He
it?
He was averaging like
he had the record that season. He threw
passing
the
yards
most
and everything. He was just
yeah.
bombs. Yeah.
He's a gunslinger, and I think you need that. I
Okay,
think you need that.
I'm down.
I think it'll be a new look for New Orleans, who's had Breeze for a while, who lost the deep ball. I think Winston's going to give him that 70-yard route.
I think, and that's what I think. I think the Saints were built. Sean Payton, is he the quarterback whisperer? We're going to find out. But
Whisperer.
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 Is he the football whisperer?
I don't know
Caesar
that.
Malone.
Caesar Milan.
I think it would be easier for
You
him.
don't look the quarterback in the eye. Don't look him in the eye. You make him. You wait. You make him wait until you talk to him.
Okay.
He makes you wait. Don't look the quarterback in the eye until
I
he
think-
calm down. Once he's calm, then you look the quarterback in the eye.
You got the Brazilian accent down.
I think Peyton and Breeze are all in the same height, so it would be easier for Peyton to whisper in Drew Brees' ear. Jameis Winston is a big guy.
Peyton Manning, Drew Brees is small. Peyton Manning's
That's what I'm
bigger
saying.
than Breeze by a lot,
Did
too.
I say Peyton Manning?
Peyton
Did
Winston
I
are
say
about
Peyton
the same
Manning?
size,
I
yeah.
meant Sean Payton. What's
Sean
going on
Payton.
with my brain?
Sean Payton, yeah,
The head
Sean
coach?
Payton.
The coach,
Are you
of
getting
the,
brain
head-
damage?
the coach of the New Orleans
head
Saints.
coach of the New Orleans Saints. Yes.
G. Jeff, right there, going against what you say. You can get CTE right here at the table.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But that's mostly from malted hops, though.
Just people throwing beers at him.
It could be. So, Miggy Cabrera, Detroit
Yes.
Tigers, becomes one of 28 other people to reach the 500 home run mark.
Couldn't have happened to a better ambassador of baseball.
How
The
long has he
last,
been with them?
Triple Crown winner.
Triple Crown winner and And at one time,
Wait a minute.
Let's
Triple
say
Crown. He raced his horses.
no Triple Crown, meaning I think he's the last guy that won the Triple Crown in Major League Baseball. That means you lead all of Major League Baseball in batting average, home runs, and RBIs in the same season.
Last time it happened before that way, I think, was in the 60s.
In the 60s. And also, might I say, his very first home run in Major League Baseball was playing for the Florida Marlins.
Yeah.
And his 500th was for the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, and he won a championship with the Marlins in 03.
Oh, yeah. That was the one that you fell off the truck there, Todd. Todd was there for it.
Every little CT damage there.
Is that where you hit the sewer grate?
Yeah.
I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was actually called a manhole cover. Those things are a lot tougher than they look.
Oh boy.
For sewer grate, manhole cover.
Fritz, wasn't there-
Tries to make it.
Was it
puffy.
him or Manny Ramirez? What the stat about the only person to hit a home run into the Rays tank at Tropicana twice? I think it was Miggy, right?
That was Miggy.
It was Miggy Cabrera.
Manny
Yeah.
Ramirez. No, yeah,
It was Miggy,
Is
right?
that an abbreviation of his real name?
Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel. Yeah.
Miggy.
I
We
like
call him
Miguel
Miggy.
pretty
Everybody calls him Miggy.
The race tank, just for clarification, at Tropicana Field, it's in the right center field area. It's, I think, not technically the deepest part.
Just
of
to the right
field.
of the batter's eye.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a way. You have to. It's got to be a no doubter. You have
to
get
crush it to
all
get
of
there.
it,
I think
yeah.
the biggest objective would be to hitting it to that area would be not hitting the rafters.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all. And he
Yeah.
did it twice, apparently.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
thing that's cool that what I love seeing about this is that Miguel Cabrera baseball is a sport that, for the most part, people like Brando and like Fritz and like myself, Todd, you've become a fan in the last few years hanging out with us here. You're a fan now. Yeah, he's got his July 4th
Could be Tampa Bay Bucks too.
Yeah, but the thing about it
Let's go
is
with
that
that.
baseball is not the kind of sport that is like every Johnny come lately is going to watch the sport and love it. You either love baseball or you don't. And when I see
gotta
a
love
guy,
the clay. You gotta love-
when you see
You
a
have
guy,
to learn to love just the patience
Yeah.
and just you can literally do it's the church of the common man. Like, you can go there, you can discuss business, you can discuss family, you can bring all of your family for $40.
Yeah.
And when something happens, then you can react and choose to participate. And then you
Yeah.
go right back to, sorry to hear about your uncle, man. That's a real fucking shame. You know, he's
Yeah.
a good guy. I remember. And then you can just talk and have fun.
Well,
it's like an open
The
park.
only
And it's an
downfall is
excuse
how
to eat a hot dog.
fucking far it is to get to that damn stadium.
yeah,
it's a
sucks.
game of chess, you know. It's a
But
game
it's
of chess until you throw one pitch and a Major League Baseball hitter does not miss their pitch.
Yeah.
And now you have a game. You know,
Yeah.
it's
The
so
thing that-
fucking cool.
The thing I love about Miggy getting to 500, though, is that he's one of those guys that, even if he's not playing for your team, even if he plays for another team,
Yeah, you
he's
still love
one
him.
of those guys that, as a baseball fan, you go, man, Miggy. You
wish-
gotta love that
wish
guy.
he was on your team.
You have to love that guy.
Yeah, we got Nelson Cruz though.
Nelson Cruz is another one that's like that.
He's at 443 right now.
I know, 443.
Yeah, so not far off, but
Didn't he just get like Man of the Year or something, or he got some weird award?
He won something recent. Yeah, it was a humanitarian award.
Humanitarian.
Where his charity.
Really?
award. Yeah.
That's the right word for
so
it.
Yeah.
Nelson Cruz of the Tampa Bay Rays is next up at 443, closest to Miggy.
Yeah.
We got Giancarlo Stanton from the New York Crankies.
Wow. How many does he have?
332. I don't think he's going to get
Jesus
there.
Christ.
What are we going to? 500?
Mike
500,
Trout
yeah.
is at 310.
You don't think
Nolan-
Giancarlo Stanton is going to hit 500 home runs?
No.
He's gonna
This
burn
year,
himself out, you
man.
think?
How old is he?
He can't stay healthy.
He's really young.
But he can't stay healthy.
I don't think he's 30 yet, is he? He's got to be 29 or
He's
28.
he's a little older than that. But the thing is, like,
Well, he's out of a long contract with the Marlins, yeah.
right. Well, he signed a 10-year contract with the Marlins, which the Yankees bought. So
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
has
contracted to the
two
Yankees
two
for
more seasons.
2025 or 6, something around there. But the problem, the reason why I would kind of agree with him is that he's not played a full season since 2013.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
He
not
can't get through a
arguing it.
season without getting
I
injured.
just want to make sure we're
He's
talking
30.
about.
He's 31.
He's
31.
31, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he was like 29, like around there. He's not old. He's not young.
old.
but
No.
You don't think he can go another 10
10
years?
years, yeah, he could.
He probably could.
Power's
because
the last thing
He's
to
in the
leave
American League. He can just be a DH.
Power's the last thing
Look
to
at
leave
Nelson
you.
Cruz. Nelson Cruz.
Well, he's 38 or something, right?
He's 41.
41, there you go.
But Nelson Cruz is playing in the American League, which we've seen what he does. But the guy averages 39 home runs a season for his whole career.
And when we got
Hell
him,
of
he
a
had
first baseman, tell you. He's a hell of a
that
first
was
baseman.
great when playing first base in Philly the other night.
When we got him, he was hitting 289. I mean, he's a good hitter.
Yeah, he played first.
Yeah, hitting 289 with 19 homers when we got him at the trade deadline. So, I mean, the guy, he averages 40 home runs a season for his career.
That's what the team needed, though. They needed some experience. They needed more veterans on that team.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton, as opposed to the zero we had. Giancarlo Stanton, too, when he hits the ball, he fucking laces.
He's a big dude.
He hits it so hard. It's like one of those turnstiles when you're trying to get onto the subway.
Yeah.
And it's locked, and you hit it, and you go, kung! Like he hits it, goes, bah!
Yeah.
And just like, oh.
You know what his swing
God
his
damn,
swing
dude.
reminds me of, and I
gets
know
all of it.
we've all dealt with this. You ever go into like a business or into a commercial setting where you open the door to walk in and they've got their AC to the point where as soon as you let go of the door, that shit just like slams back real fast.
Yeah.
His swing is like it's like a robot. It's robotic.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what I meant, yeah.
he loads back and then wham.
Yeah.
You know?
And comparing it to an AC smack. It's
that's actually
interesting.
That's the way that door. Those doors.
That's an unbalanced.
Fuck you, dude.
That's an unbalanced system under
That's
negative
Dirt's-
pressure.
That's Dirt's
Well, yeah.
engineer
Commercial
brain.
buildings should be positive pressure, always blowing cold air out. So you
We
don't
have an
suck in
AC
more.
guy at the table here to clarify that for us.
He's
It is a thing,
He's got a
though.
whiteboard now.
If you
you
have
see
to-
in this diagram, I'll explain how a negative is not the preferred.
You know what though? Speaking of baseball, what's been fun watching this week is that I think Mr. Fritz over here will agree. I talked about it on this show.
Yeah.
I said everyone's Red Sox leading the AL East all season long, and I said the Red Sox aren't going to make the playoffs.
Do you want
Yeah.
a cookie?
I said that. I said they don't have anything.
Yeah.
How are they doing this? No one knows. They don't.
Can I answer that?
That team was rebuilding,
Can I answer that?
and now guess what?
They're stealing signs.
Yeah. I think
Isn't that
that's
the coach?
pretty common now.
And right now they're out of the playoffs. Or no, they're in one of the
It's still
wild card
not
spots.
common,
I think.
though. I was just gonna refute what Brandon said. It's
Let's
pretty
not talk
common
about-
these days. It's just one team that is doing that, and that's the fucking Houston Astros.
And fuck the
Yeah.
Astros.
Yeah, but that's a coach from the Astros, I thought.
Alex Cora.
Alex Cora is that is correct.
Ah.
Yeah, he was from the Astros. Yeah,
He got off scot free, didn't he?
yeah, he didn't get shit.
Must be nice to win it, to steal rather a championship, and then go work for the Boston Red Sox. Like, see ya.
Got my contract. Yeah.
I got my money.
I can't even hate the guy because he was a Florida Marlin. Like he was the '93 expansion year.
Yeah, but did he play? I think he
He
played.
did not win the championship in
Okay.
'97.
He was
no.
not on the Gary Sheffield year.
Nope.
Okay.
Rays just scored 2 runs, going from 3-0 to 3-2 in the 7th.
Awesome. This is going to
Okay.
age the podcast considerably.
That's fine.
The year's 2091,
2021.
by the way, just so you know. And that's
Meadows.
the Nashville Rays.
Okay.
Speaking of Tennessee, no, just kidding.
So what do you think? What are you seeing in baseball? And what are you looking most forward to? What team do you think is where we're sitting right now? What team do you think that people are overlooking has the best chance?
Well, on the East Coast over here, I can only speak to us. I would say the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one hears anything about the Giants.
I think I think
And Evan Longoria, that would be a sweet revenge.
that would be great.
I see where you're
Yes.
going with that one.
We got a lot out of him. I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that, but
he was our dude forever.
ooh, and
He was our
he
franchise
will never
guy.
not be the dude when
He-
you have
no.
the dude.
So
you know?
if the
and-
Giants win, Longoria wins, that'd be like a title for the Rays, kind of the Rays fans in a way.
I
you
would
think?
buy a San Francisco Giants hat and I would wear it to color coordinate. Yes.
You traitor! You traitor!
Can I just say that?
I also enjoy buying hats.
I
as
would
you know.
be sure to jump in the bay next time it was there, though.
I'm not saying I would like wear it all the fucking time. I'm just being like, you know what? I'm gonna wear the San Francisco Giants hat, and I'm gonna say that's because of fucking Evan Longoria.
Can I tell you though,
Man,
in the
just my
National
pumpkin
League,
suit.
the team that I look at, the team I'm looking at right now, where I go, if you're sleeping on this team, you're a moron. That's the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
You
don't hear much about them.
They are hot and don't get any attention, and that team is beating teams that are way better than them.
See, that's the thing. I have seen the Willie Adamas articles from like Bleacher Nation or whatever. I do like
Bleacher Report, yeah.
Yeah.
So can I
Or SB Nation, yeah.
I want to throw in something. So, as Tampa Bay Lightning won a title, and so did the Tampa Bay Bucks in the same year, are the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Brewers going to do the same thing?
Oh, interesting.
Are they both good?
Milwaukee Bucks already won the NBA championship.
Milwaukee Bucks just won.
And Milwaukee Brewers, so they've got
Giannis
championship air.
Bought into the Brewers.
No, I don't think the Brewers are going to win. I don't follow enough baseball to follow it.
So, Todd, are you saying that?
I just think it would be.
What were the Brewers underdogged at? I mean,
they got the best hitter in the game, don't they?
Back when I did my update?
Yeah, when you did your update.
Stand by.
Because the Brewers have been on a tear. In baseball,
They most certainly have, and that's hard to do.
I've always felt like baseball is one of those sports where people can kind of come out of nowhere.
That's you get hot at the right time. You get in the playoffs and you get going. But you got to have pitching.
So this was on, it looks like July 31st.
1 month ago.
The odds were Brewers were tied at number 6 with the Red Sox at plus 1,200.
Wow. Okay.
Number 1 at that time, again, this was July 31st.
Yeah.
Number 1 was the Dodgers at plus 300, and then Astros plus 450, White Sox plus 650, Padres plus 9, and 5. Mets and Giants at 1,000. So there's 6 with plus 1,200.
Padres can't be up looking that good now, I don't think, right?
The Brewers are probably looking better now, though.
Padres are not in the playoff picture in the National League right now.
Padres just
Cincinnati
like that.
Reds have jumped them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati looks good.
And just like that, if it, had you made that bet on July 31st, but guess what? Oh, you didn't.
That was a good-looking bet.
Oh, guess what? You didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. You hear that? All of that money you saved. Good job. Because you fucking dummy, you would have put it on the Red Sox. You idiot. You would have. Tell me I'm wrong.
But here's the thing, though. In the American League,
good job.
And as a Rays fan, I feel more. So last year was a great season. We went to the World Series for the first time in 12 years.
How
that was
delicious.
Awesome. That was great.
How delicious was that moment?
But dude,
when Brett Phillips,
I know.
And Joe Buck, I will never, ever forget this. Joe Buck afterwards goes, the series is tied at 2. It will now be a 3-game shootout. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, Joe Buck was like, what is even going on? These two teams are so fucking good.
Yeah, that was a crazy
Speaking of that point,
2-2, and it went into Game 5. It's like, it's going to be a 3-game
Did you hear the story
shootout, man. It was so exciting.
Did you hear the story about Brett Phillips' interaction with Dave Roberts at All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, he called him several racial epithets.
No. Brett Phillips, airplane guy that had that walk-off in the World Series. So he was selected by Major League Baseball to be the baseball ambassador. So he was just wearing a suit that said with a shirt that said baseball is fun, and he was interviewing people.
He was so cute.
And what was funny is
awesome.
Genuine joy.
On the red carpet.
Handsome.
So he goes to interview Dave Roberts, the manager of the Dodgers, and he goes, and as he's talking to him, he said he realizes that Dave Roberts does not know who he is. He doesn't recognize him. Yeah. So then he says,
"Who's this guy with the
Dave?"
mullet?
He goes, hey Dave, Brett Phillips, Game 4 World Series hero." And when he said that, Dave Roberts looked up at him and he goes, "You son of a bitch, you know how much sleep I lost because of that game?" And then Phillips just said they both started laughing. And he's like, yeah, once he realized that that's who it was, and he's like,
that's good.
"Do you realize how much sleep I lost because of that game?" He goes, "My whole team just crumbled to pieces, and you're out in the outfield doing airplane." And he goes, "And I'm worried about what just happened to my team."
Yeah.
That was surprising how the Dodgers just all took their eye off the fucking baseball.
Yeah.
6 times in a row. I've never, ever seen that before.
Yeah.
I feel like the Rays had him there, really had him in that World Series. And then they after
yeah,
that,
I always knew it was going to be a long.
I felt like the only thing
long
I
odds.
don't like about Phillips running out and doing his thing was I feel like that's something you do when you win the World Series.
That game was so
Yeah, but that was.
I feel like when that happened, just as my own, maybe it's my cynical self, maybe it's my baseball superstition self. I'm not sure, but when he did that, I thought, God damn it, he just kind of blew his load. I mean, you paraded around the outfield.
Were you watching that game live?
Yes.
Yeah, we watched it live here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like,
I
yeah,
loved
dude,
it.
dude,
It was
get
amazing.
all of
No,
that.
Yeah.
it was
Do all of
I thought
that.
it was great.
I know, but there was so much emotion in that game. It was.
Yes,
it was there.
It was
Yeah.
what baseball
It was
needed
like
after
no,
the fucking
it was like
quarantine.
well, it was literally what the
It was like,
Rays. No, it was what the Rays have been waiting to celebrate something like
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
And
The
that was our
baseball
moment.
gods rewarded him, and then fucking he's hit 3 grand slams.
He's
in
the
a
first
month.
player since
Lou
Babe
Gehrig.
Ruth
Yeah.
in 1929 to hit 3 grand slams and it in the park home run in the same month.
The baseball gods are
He's,
going.
he's
dude,
just
keep-
that guy. That
He's fun.
God
He's
love him. The
fun.
guy
I
busts his ass to
agree.
hit 200
He even said
in a season, but he does all this fucking crazy
He'll be
shit.
0-3
It's nuts.
on the night.
He even
Yeah.
said, yeah, he's a 200 hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
but
he
even
smacks
said-
a grand slam.
He goes, for my name to even be included in a sentence with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig is weird and
Yeah.
crazy. And he's like, but that's the thing, man. Baseball is weird.
Aren't
I
you,
like
aren't
what
you
he-
glad they kept Brett Phillips there?
I mean,
You thought he was going to be gone, did you?
I
Or
thought-
you thought they were shipping him down with the trade?
I thought
the
he would
trade
be
deadline.
option.
think
I thought
everybody-
he
yeah.
would be option when Troy came back.
Yeah.
But Troy came back and we lost Margot. So it's been this like shuffle of things.
He's got the woo.
And he's been great.
He's got the woo
But
factor.
what I thought
'cause you
was
know what?
that
he
quote-
has the woo factor.
That quote you said, that what was funny about it was the whole quote, if you hear him say it, was he goes, I don't know, man. I think it's just weird to hear my name mentioned with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
Oh,
that's
he
what I
goes,
said.
he goes, and I'm kind of like, it's been so many years, man. No, I'm good. Just let him keep it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's classic. Well, the last headline I've got for the night tonight, guys, is Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo
It's
Bill.
gonna stay in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
The
They're making a
NFL
stadium, huh?
gods that Buffalo is staying in Buffalo. There was talk that the franchise was going to move to fucking Texas, which is a suitable name for a Texas team, the Buffalo Bills.
It's the same thing the Rays are
But
doing.
they already got 2 teams there.
I know,
But
but
it's a
they were
football
going to
city.
move, and Buffalo loves the Bills. They love the Sabres. They love.
I thought you were going to say that Buffalo's starting quarterback Josh Allen tested positive for COVID.
No.
No, okay.
but
Well,
they're staying.
And also,
in,
the Chiefs fucking suck. All right.
I don't have a problem with Chiefs.
more important
Brando
than that.
started off this entire segment with just throwing the Chiefs in out of nowhere.
Yeah. And Todd's
And
over
me
here.
just trying to keep slam dunking him now.
I can
It's like,
see
you're my
Todd's
boy, you know,
eyes
Brando?
crossing because he's trying to make sense of the information. You see Todd's eyes start crossing because he's trying to make sense of the information that's coming to him. But the abacus inside his head and the monkey's trying to put the beads on this side, and the monkey's just like, I don't know. Doesn't make no fucking sense to me. And Todd's like, what is happening? It was great.
I did what he does
So
to
I
me
have,
like
are,
every episode.
are they full-grown size monkeys in my head?
Probably.
I don't know what's inside your head, man.
Hopefully a
Well, the
medulla
one thing I wanna-
oblongata.
One thing I want to say though,
Yeah.
to what you said though, is that the fact of the Buffalo Bills,
love
the
you.
Buffalo Bills are not New York City, and
No.
the thing that a lot of people is like, oh well, New York has the Giants and the Jets and the Bills, but the Giants and the Jets are in New York City.
Yeah.
Buffalo is not New York City. They are so far north; they're almost Canada, and that city has the Bills and the Buffalo Sabres and NHL.
Yeah.
And the
That's
Blue
all they
Jays.
no, they don't have the Blue Jays. They're
That's literally
that's
Canada.
Toronto,
This
not
year-
Buffalo.
Aren't they playing in Buffalo this year for baseball?
No,
they
they're
played in
back in
Florida.
Toronto
Oh,
in the
really?
Rogers
Okay,
Center.
okay.
But what I'm saying is Buffalo loves and supports the Bills and the Sabres.
They have an entire
to
culture built
a
around.
culture around it. So moving that team out of there makes absolutely no sense. You have like a small market
was-
team, a small market city like Buffalo, New York, that literally worships the Bills and the Sabres.
Yeah. It was-
What sense does it make to move that
I've
team
never
out
been
of that
so
market?
was only a
devastated
scare
as to
tactic.
hear. Oh, I don't know.
No, I
when
wouldn't
this
trust
are,
that.
These aren't people. When you're talking about financial shit, there's not scared. I mean, they were thinking
would-
about it.
kill their entire family if it meant.
Yes.
No, I get that, but they needed
$5 million
But
extra.
hold on, but the end of the day is
And why not move
no
Buffalo?
The
Why-
end of the day,
Buffalo
this
Bills.
is the oldest
all about-
stadium in the NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it
Congratulations.
it needs to be updated, just like I see the Rays scare tactic going to play in Montreal half the season, so they will move the stadium.
I don't
and
think
build
those
them
are
a new
scare
stadium.
tactics, Todd.
No, those are
Well,
probably gonna
either way,
happen.
it worked.
Those are business.
Those are probably going to happen.
Decisions.
But it's the same thing. Moving the Buffalo Bills would be a business proposition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what it was.
You're going to make more money if
We'll
you
go
move it
into a
anywhere.
bigger market.
I think what Todd's saying when he calls it scare tactics, though.
I understand what he's saying.
But is the owner of the principal owner of the team is literally exploring these options because they're going, hey, I got this franchise. It's not making what I wanted it to make.
Yes.
I need to find a way for this franchise to start making some money.
Yes.
So here's the options I'm exploring.
Right.
I wouldn't call them scare tactics. It's just them kind of like putting the feelers out and seeing what's going to work because when you do that and then the community does step up and go, hey, what the fuck? And then like in this situation of the Rays where, you've got the commissioner saying, hey, we're not going to do a half-half thing. Either you move the team to Montreal permanently or you explore new stadiums here, but we're not going to do half the season there, half the season there. And what that has done is has made the mayor in Tampa go, okay, city commission, make this fucking shit happen because we don't want to lose this team.
They can't.
And
They
so
signed
it's
a 30-year contract.
But
That's not even.
But either way, it's not a scare tactic as much as it is. Here's what could happen. So
It's not even the same
city
argument,
commissioners, people like get your shit together, and that's what they've done.
It's not even the same
And when
argument.
you're talking about to make it more profitable to run, a 50-year-old stadium is not cheap.
Right.
It's not cheap. You're probably not getting the same seating capacity. All
you,
sorts of
you
stuff.
turned 50 today, and it's not easy to run you. Think
I
about
still look younger than you, so I'm happy.
Think about the cost of the steak that you have to eat and the whiskey you got to drink.
Oh man,
Todd is a
I'm
very
just gonna go ahead.
expensive.
I'm gonna go ahead and pencil you down for NBL next week too.
I'm
Todd's
comparing.
a very expensive machine to run.
I'm comparing Todd to an old baseball stadium, and I think it's a fair comparison.
Okay, I could see that.
Maybe the Giants during the earthquake. Maybe
That's Todd. Todd as a person
I'd be candlestick with the lights out. That'd be my kind of
Todd
stadium
as
right
a
there.
person is
all of the baseball players just wondering what to do if they should just go home for the night or
They're like,
They're
what's going on.
leaving.
the inner workings
The
of
earth is
Todd's
still
body.
shaking. People are screaming and running, but
Sorry.
Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco, eternally young, are just going. So they can hit some dingers this year. Or?
Sorry, I got caught at the bar a little
That's
bit late.
the inner workings of Todd's body are the baseball players at Candlestick Park the year the earthquake hit.
Well, they're
they're
looking up at the,
There's
at the
like-
lights.
Well, if there's a liver in this business plan, it's going to be strong.
Have you ever heard about spontaneous combustion?
Yes, I have, and that's not going to happen to me. It's like a 1 in a billion opportunity.
I think that
But
would
if
be-
it does, we can make some money.
Spontaneous combustion. No, how? I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be gone.
Oh no, I mean us,
I'll-
not you.
are you
I
gonna-
was
like,
But
right
your,
here, just
your stadium is gone. Your jersey will
Hold
still
on, let
be
me write
there.
that down.
You will be a legacy.
what stadium is gone?
You.
You're the stadium.
Oh, I'm the stadium. Now we're talking. What was the
If
terminology?
you spontaneously
Metaphorically or-
combust, it's
Yeah,
like
metaphorically.
destroying an old stadium. And the jersey, your jersey will still be intact because that's the weirdness of spontaneous combustion. And you would
Every case
be,
I've seen, it was just a burn mark. There were no
news-
clothes sitting there or nothing.
If Todd's spontaneous
Someplace
combust, it'll just be a hand with a Jack Daniels bottle on it,
Yeah.
an Aronde Barber jersey,
Yeah, just
and some
laying
Crocs, and that's it.
Yeah.
And everything else will be gone.
yeah, and they'd
Ashes.
find them.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "This is a great story. Let's build another one of these."
And the withered old police chief walks in and goes, "My God, I never thought I'd see the day. Big T, Little Odd was actually right."
That's that's one of the old classic cars you just want to have back.
What do you make of this?
I'd like to have that one back. He just starts singing George Strait. Police chief, can we get this investigation over?
Oh, are we going back to Chiefs again? Are we really?
Oh,
Chiefs
Yeah, I guess
coach Bruce Arians.
Todd's a gun shy when it comes to Chiefs.
No, I don't care about the Chiefs.
They're good.
Kelsey's on my team, my fantasy team. So
And you wore your dress last week and drafted your team.
I did.
Congratulations to you. Yeah.
I did. I did get Kelsey this year though.
One thing you did say that I thought was funny, just before we go to break, he said he showed up at a guy's house to draft his team, he had to wear his dress to the draft party, but he walked all the way to the guy's house, then realized he left his beer in the truck, and then had to walk all the way back to his truck in the dress to get the beer out of his truck to come all the way back to the party again in this guy's neighborhood. So it's big-ass Todd
I love that
in his
story.
Dolly Parton dress walking back and forth. Yeah.
If I'd have been driving by at that time, I would have picked you up.
I just wonder what the neighbors were thinking. They're like, "What is going on in that house? Is that guy the entertainment?"
A bunch of dudes show up, and then a guy comes out in a dress. and then he goes back in. They're like, "What was he going to?"
I asked him to go get my beer. I'm like, "Do you want me to go? So you go get my beer for me, Phil? It's in the back of the truck." "Yeah, I'll go get it." And he got to doing something with the thing. I was like, "I'm thirsty. I'm not waiting any longer."
You think you're gonna have to wear a dress next year? Or you think you're gonna win?
I mean, it felt good. The looks I was getting. I mean, the attention was fun.
It's always flattering. It's always flattering.
I mean, I did go back out in the front with smoking cigarettes in the break.
In your Dolly Parton dress? God, why don't we get photographs of this? This is
I
He
did.
sent me 2 photographs, and they're all like,
I had to have a mask on
Yeah.
because
not good.
I wasn't vaccinated.
They
I
were
don't think anybody was.
mask?
Everybody wore
Yeah.
masks. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
We'll
that's
have
what
to
that
take
was the
some
rules.
still
I don't
shots.
care with following
We'll take
rules,
some
so.
still shots from last week's show when he was wearing it on, on the show.
The ones with my nuts hanging out.
Yeah. Well, your nuts weren't on Facebook because if they were, we'd
I
been
want to
shut
see your
down.
nuts.
They don't look good in a dress. I'll tell you. Especially
When do they look good?
when have you been looking at my nuts?
Out of the shower, usually.
Yeah.
After you've done
Cold
some
shower.
manscaping.
Cold shower. It's all tight
Yeah.
and solid
Yeah.
up there.
After a
There's no
cold shower,
sagginess.
manscaping. They do.
Yeah. No hair
That's
at
not
all.
the only time though that nuts look good.
Well, it depends.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that later. Are we coming back to?
They look good when I'm teabagging you.
I think this is going to end Ballbusters. This is the last episode. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks
This
for
could be
listening,
what.
guys.
This could be what does it.
Are we even taking a break and coming back? Or
Yeah,
we're
we'll
just-
take a break and do one more
We're
segment.
coming back. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to be right back, guys. You're listening to Ballbusters. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in a minute.
You're listening to Ballbusters. You're listening to Ballbusters.
Welcome back to Ballbusters. We've got some fun news. I'm dedicating this last segment of our show to Wander Franco.
We got bursting news, do we?
We got bursting news.
This is a Ballbusters bursting news alert.
Yes, and Wander Franco just tied Mickey Mantle.
Is that nuts?
Oh, man.
Who is Mickey Mantle?
Well, he's actually on my hearth at the house. My dad's on the mantle. Mickey, and his name's
Well, Mickey Mantle is in that case right over there of the autographed baseballs. Mickey
You have
Mantle,
a nice house. man.
one of the greatest players of all time. And
Absolutely.
as you said, what did you say? Wander Franco is the greatest.
He's the greatest Rays rookie in franchise history.
Yes,
For sure.
There's no doubt about that.
5-tool player, and here he is.
And he's a
not
switch
even,
hitter.
and he's not even old enough to buy a drink yet.
He's not even old enough to buy tobacco.
Was
Yes.
Longoria a rookie for us?
Yes, yep.
And he was better than Longoria as rookie?
Oh God,
Yeah,
yes.
Longoria was a rookie in 2008, the first year the Rays went to the World Series. They lost to the Philadelphia Phillies in 5 games.
Oh.
I'd also like to dedicate this exceptional victory for Wander Franco to my friend Benjamin Cullen, who is a Yankees fan, and just reminded me that Wander Franco will not be remembered the same as Mickey Mantle because he's a Yankees fan. But to be fair, Benny is a good friend of mine, and if you guys ever want to get a good craft beer, head down to the Beer Chamber, the Commission Beer Chamber.
Oh, that's
down
a
in
great
Soto.
place.
Yeah,
So good.
spot. Yeah, so I'm dedicating this segment
Yeah.
not only to Wander Franco, but to
So
my
to
homeboy
be
Benny
clear
Cullen.
on what
I'll drink to that.
what this
Drink to that.
this record today is, so Wander Franco is 20 years old. Started his he was called up in late June, and so as a rookie, a 20-year-old rookie, he's been on base in 28 consecutive games.
Now, what does that mean on base?
On base, a hit, a walk, an error.
Or hit
Either
by
way.
pitch.
or hit by pitch, but still
Or
on
bulk,
base.
I guess.
But 28 consecutive games he's been on base.
I didn't think a balk you got. Sorry, I didn't think a balk if you're
Not
a
a
hitter.
balk.
Yeah, a hitter
A balk-
you don't get the base.
No, he
It
said
would have
a
to be
walk.
bases loaded.
I know he
Yeah.
said a balk though.
Well,
I
if it was bases loaded, could that happen?
no.
because
It
the
was
hitter
run
doesn't
on
advance.
The
The
run would
hitter
score. The hitter doesn't
that's
move.
true, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh,
The
I'm
hitter
a
doesn't
new
move.
guy at baseball
But-
here.
Bulks are so
So
weird.
as of right
Those are
now,
rare.
so as of
I don't
right
know the
now,
rules.
There was one the other night. I saw it.
so as of right now, he is second all time at 28 games.
Yeah.
The next pinnacle would be Mickey Mantle's first season. He was 19 as a rookie, and he was on base 36 games straight.
I have a
Jesus
question.
Christ.
36.
I have a question.
His second season at the age of 20, 28 games. So Wander Franco has tied Mickey Mantle's sophomore season at 28.
Yeah.
His next step is 8 games from now. Who knows what happens? But
Yeah.
we have enough games left. It could happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Who's the next one?
Very exciting.
Mickey Mantle, number 1 and number 2.
I thought that we
He
said
just
it was
tied
Ted
number 2.
Williams was number
No,
one.
no, no. That's just all time
Oh, well, I
in general.
thought that's what we were
We're
gonna
talking
be
about
going for.
rookies
Yeah. Okay.
as a
Yeah, we're
rookie.
talking about
Yeah.
rookies.
What's the all-time?
84 by
84.
Ted Williams. So it's
Wow.
going to next season. And that's what I was going to ask.
That will-
does,
yeah.
does it carry on?
Yes, it does.
It does
it
carry
no,
on.
Yes,
hold
it
on.
does.
I understand that, but does it count if they go into the playoffs? Does that still consider?
No.
So that
Playoffs
so
does
if
not
he
count.
just can, so that all right.
Yeah, everything that is baseball related, and for the people who don't know that, everything for baseball related, when it comes to streaks, it's what every team has the opportunity to achieve, which is 162 games, barring the 2020 shortened season. So if he ends game 162 at 72 streak or whatever, it would be 72.
No,
but
it'd be
let's
30,
say 50.
38
Yeah.
more
Just to
games
make
or
it
something like that.
cute,
Yeah.
50. Then the first game of the playoff, he does not reach and actually slumps and never gets a base hit. And then the first game of the 2022 season, he gets a base hit or walks or gets beamed
The
or an
next-
error. That would be the 51st consecutive game.
Right.
So the next
Yeah.
game he
Just to
plays.
kind of explain.
So
it.
another question. So if he comes in as a pitch hitter and doesn't get a hit, is that going to fuck him?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Why not?
And
Yep.
also, we were talking about streaks. I got some nice one in my drawers.
But also,
Well, if he doesn't come in as a pinch hitter, or if he does come in as a pinch hitter, either way, it's
that
gonna affect
streak
him.
will
Yeah.
not be broken.
Your streak will never be broken.
I heard Tide cures all. But,
Your streak is
Well.
way less popular.
It's after the fact.
it smells wonderful.
Get out of here.
You know, that's the thing too. I can if Kevin Cash needed to use him in a pinch hitter spot, he would without a doubt say,
Do it.
You have please try to get something
Yeah,
going."
personal goals never come before the team.
Thank
So
you.
it's like if we're in a situation where we need to win, and he's looking at it and going,
Hey, try to make something happen.
Wander has the day off today,
Wander's gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay,
but yeah, and he'll do it because
He will. He has to.
Yeah, he's like, hey man, we
He's
need a
literally
hit.
paid for that.
Send him out there.
That's his fucking
Yeah.
In
job.
my contract, I am not breaking my streak.
But the
to
thing
be a
is,
pitch
I
hitter.
bet if you ask Wander right now, if you say, hey, would you choose continue your streak or the team win? He's going to go, I want the team
No,
to win.
I completely imagine. I could see that happening if it was one of the last games of the season and they're battling for the division lead or for a wild card spot. But if it was kind of the end of the season in a game that didn't really matter if they won or lost, I would see Cash not putting that streak in jeopardy.
No, he wouldn't
Well,
if we were winning. I
Well,
say Tampa Bay.
yeah, if we
Raiders.
were already guaranteed our spot in the playoffs and it wasn't going to affect it, we were
if
going
we
to
had
have to
already
play
clinched
Right.
the division win, that's a different story. But because he did it two seasons ago with Joey Wendell. Remember when Joey Wendell was rookie? He knew, he's like, if this guy can go 2 for 3 in this game,
Another
he's
phenomenal player.
gonna be a rookie. He's gonna finish his rookie season hitting 300. Joey Wendell went 2 for 3, and then Cash pulled him. He's like, you're done, dude. You're done. You got your 2 hits today. You're hitting 300, and Cash pulled him out for the last game of the season.
With
so that
no
he,
gloves on, too.
So that he finished his season
Pretty cool.
as a rookie hitting 300.
Joey-
Rookie that hit 300.
Joey Wendell makes my stomach hurt. There's something that is so fucking sexually palpable about that dude.
That
He
dude is
plays baseball like a goddamn Marine,
He plays everywhere.
He's tight.
and he's good.
He is tight.
And that little mole, get out of here.
Joey
I love
Wendell was
that
one of
dude.
those
I never
guys,
even
like,
noticed the mole, but
I love that dude.
By-
I'm never gonna
I was
not
always
notice
checking
it.
his buns out in his
He's got
baseball
a fucking
shorts.
sexy
Joey Wendell's his
his
mantra
biceps,
as a baseball
he's a
player is,
good-looking dude.
is by any means necessary. He literally does whatever it
Really
takes.
creative, Joey.
No, I'm saying
I don't like him
said
anymore.
That's the way. That's the way
He's
he
got
plays.
no brains.
Joseph.
Yeah. So, what's everybody getting into? What are you? What's?
I think I'm going
Coming
to
up
drink
this
a
week.
cup of Joe later.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm just saying, no_regrets_coyote.
Yeah.
No regrets coyote. If you want to see what I'm up to, been learning some tap dancing, recording
Yeah?
some songs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you rocking any drums anywhere this we can go see you?
Live? No, nothing planned.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer.
I'm recording a lot of drums.
Yeah, we like that.
Would you be
And
mad?
also,
if, would
yeah,
you be,
so Great Graves is
Would you be
another
mad if-
project that's going to be
would you
coming
be
out.
mad if I
Great,
played your
great.
drum set? You wouldn't be
Would
like
you be
Step
mad
Brothers?
if Todd and I sat in the studio and watched? Wait, tell me about
I
Great
would be
Graves.
mad to have
'cause
to sit next to you.
I've been kind of mesmerized by this project you're working on.
Great Graves is a like thrash hardcore project that Nick Sprzinski and Daniel Orr
Yeah.
and me are getting together, and it's going to be a 5-song EP, and all of the songs tell little stories about people who have died great graves.
Great
So
Graves.
every song is a little story.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
And
So a
it's
little
gonna be
short
good.
story,
Yeah, I mean, because they're all 5 minutes long.
a little classic Edgar Allan Poe type.
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, poems. Yeah, you bet
Yeah.
your
A
buns.
little evil eye.
No evil eyes.
And the thing about Great Graves that is fun to me is that one of the first bands that you got like super into as a youngster when you were playing drums was Sepultura,
Oh, yeah.
and you are like totally unwrapping your Sepultura on this project.
Yeah, so I was just let go from iHeart before they rehired me a
Again?
month and a half later.
Oh,
No, this was November, and I had a lot of fun overplaying on all of these thrash songs, and it's cool because I've never done a project where I had a dog barking constantly. So I wanted to
Well,
challenge
that's because
myself.
Brando
that's a
ordered
good
yeah.
backdrop,
Thank you.
though. I mean, I'm sure you
Thank
could
you.
work that into your track right there.
There actually is
I mean,
a
he's
band.
pretty consistent with that bark that you could put a beat to it.
Yeah.
Good.
There's actually a band. There's actually a band in
Take it
California.
easy, Forrest. Is that Forrest or Merle?
That's Forrest. But there's actually a band in California called K9us that Susan Sarandon is a giant fan of. There's a lot of Hollywood
love her.
people that are big fans of this band.
Yep.
And this band, they are a metal band, and what they do is they rescue pit bulls and fighting dogs. Dogs that are going to be put down by other places, right? They rescue them, and then what they do is they actually record these dogs barking while a metal band is playing, and it sounds like a metal lead singer, and it's insane. I love it.
Hey, Brando.
And all their proceeds go to the ASPCA, so it's
That's great.
It's
Hey,
awesome.
Brando, I think
Keep
someone was
promoting
talking shit behind your back there.
I just let out a little squeaker. But then let's keep talking about that. I like
Yeah.
that charity.
Yeah, no, it's
know what I mean?
the
'Cause-
band. It sounds awesome.
I've seen
Imagine going to a metal club in Los Angeles and you're like, somebody's like, dude, this next band is the toughest metal band you've ever seen before, and it's literally a
Five pit
five-piece
bulls.
metal band, and then two guys in executioner suits come out with pit bulls on leashes. And mics in front of the stage, and while the band plays, these dogs are just in the front of the going. It's fucking awesome. It's great.
And they're all rescue dogs, right?
They're all rescue dogs.
So it just says these dogs will be killed in 48 hours, and it just ticks down for 45 minutes. And you're like, oh my God, no, we got to save these.
You have this is a time to this is a time to plead your case, dog. Somebody
the
here
set-
will adopt you
of the set is like-
if you can.
It's
just-
like, and you just hear all of these metal guys go.
What's great about it though is that
Trying to be a
Rural,
feel-good
like,
story here. Okay?
It is a
That's
feel-good story.
what I was working on.
No, the band that uses these dogs that in the recordings, they actually rescue the dogs. So the dogs are not going to be put down. They rescue the dogs themselves, like
sure,
ex-fighting dogs.
Well, that's not funny.
And then
I
they,
know,
no, but
ruined
then they rehabilitate those dogs to go into forever homes.
That's
So,
a great story.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon is a fucking Ubermensch.
Yes, she's also responsible for
Ubermädchen.
Tenacious D. She
How?
saw
and
them
the pick
at-
of destiny.
She saw Tenacious D when they were like just Jack Black and Kyle Gass were just comedy guys in L.A. And she
her.
saw them and she goes, "These guys are hilarious," and that's one of the reasons why they got their chance with HBO.
Susan
I watched
Sarandon,
some
Diane
Pitbull.
Lane, Sally Field.
Yeah,
Do you know
Get
that
it.
pit bull
Get
dogs save more family members than probably any other dog?
they're
for sure.
incredibly loyal.
Well,
they're like
because
they
they're the
just-
only dog that wants to work 8 hours a day.
Well, no, they just drag people out of fire. Like they family members died of fires, all sorts of weird stuff.
Oh, yeah?
I was watching something on them. It was pretty weird.
My dog was raised by a pit bull.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
That's why my dog's so whatever.
Docile?
That's why your dog hates pit bulls. He's like, fuck you, Dad.
She loves people. She always at the dog park. She always runs right up to the pit bulls, and she does it a little too aggressively. I'm like, nah, but because she learned the code of whatever code that is,
Sniff butt before
pit
licking
bull
face.
code.
Yep.
whatever the pit bull code is,
like Taekwondo,
all pit bulls
foot
are always
fist way.
like, okay, you're all
Nose
right.
ass
We're not
ways.
gonna
The way of the hand and the
destroy
foot.
you. Like you're cool. We like you. It's kind of strange, but yeah.
I would say so.
So I'm going to just probably keep getting drunk tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try and get really drunk before I get on an airplane. To go
We're going to Nebraska, yeah.
To Wednesday?
What are
Yeah,
you doing
Wednesday
in
I'm going.
Nebraska?
Getting drunk, baby.
What else is there to do in Nebraska?
Oh, golf. They got some really good PGA courses
Are you going to
there.
be golfing some?
I think we're going to go tubing. Probably going
Yeah.
to spend a lot of time sitting in the Platte River. Just
Do you have
getting
family out
drunk.
there or something?
It's got some friends up
What's
there.
with the questions, Brando?
I like that.
I can't even finish my thought here.
Well, you never can finish your thoughts. That's why I ask you questions so that our listeners don't go fall asleep.
Are you going to a shooting range later? I mean, you got
Oh
the
my
shooting
God.
specs on.
Talking
Did
about
you
my
just buy a
awesome
firearm or something?
Glasses that I can see through steel with. I got you a sandwich for your birthday. What do you think I just
Is
ordered?
that
from
literally
KFC?
his birthday gift?
Yeah.
Don't you know I'm vegan? I don't eat chicken.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
That's like a best of moment right there.
Wow.
What do you mean? I got you a sandwich.
I got you a bird. I told you I was going to get you a bird. I got you a bird.
I'm really trying not to use my 5 minutes of silence on you right here this late in the podcast.
Here's
yeah.
my bird. All right, guys. Thanks for listening
All
to
right,
Ball
yeah.
Busters. This has been a lot of fun. Fritz, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
As always, our producer, Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
And Big T Little Odd had something to say. I'm your temporary host for this evening, Brando, the guru of good brew. We'll see you next week.
You did a great job, baby.
I'm your temporary sexual transmitted disease.